Doesn't matter if you're not ready, we're live.
Oh,
Hello,
hey!
welcome to Blood and Song. Apologies for the late delay. Brad, apart from not being able to cook beans, can't actually cook his internet to work too. So that's literally what happened. I am Johnny, your GM. Tonight I'm joined by Bradley. You were supposed to cook beans, Kershaw.
They were cooked, they were roasted.
Ryan.
Hello. I thought I'd get a little cheeky.
Yeah, you don't get no middle name.
I'm trying to mix it up because everyone was expecting me to do that to Sean, do the thing where I give you all a nice sobriquet and then just go and Sean, but I wasn't going to do that.
If I ever became a wrestler, I'd be Ryan the Storm Scott, because I bring the thunder, baby.
Well, you just don't fart when you're wrestling.
That was rather intimidating, by the way. I thought wrestlers are supposed to be sort of jolly in their intimidation.
No, proper 90s, 80s wrestlers were all just like super in your face aggressive.
Yeah.
Talking of in your face aggressive, I'm also joined by Joffrey.
Cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Yeah, hyper-aggression is clearly one of your traits.
Yes.
And Sean S. Scotterson.
Hello.
Esquire.
It's me. Thank you. The first. The second.
Second. The first,
The third.
comma, the second.
yeah. The first is just part of my name. That's my last name.
Yeah. Oh, well, as you can see, we've clearly had a week where we've all gone mad. It's probably because the two grown-ups in the group, Christine and Dan, are away tonight. Which is absolutely not a dig at how old Dan is. It's much more.
Oh, now it is.
It wasn't till you laughed. It was gonna be fine. Then you laughed. It's not Dan. We love you. He's away doing previews tonight, which is amazing. Good luck. We hope those are going well.
Yeah,
clearly
he's previewing his own death because he's so old, isn't he?
Sure.
It's sort
hopefully
of
it's half as smooth as this one's going tonight. And Christine, who is having a lovely holiday, we believe, a well-deserved break after her recent show.
She sent us a photograph, and her mum was driving and looking directly at the camera and not at the road. So whether they got there or not, whether they made it safely or not,
there wasn't another text after that. Well, I'm sure
No,
it's
there
probably one of those
wasn't.
things where, like, on a trailer, and like when celebrities
yes, like in a
driving.
movie. Yeah. Somebody,
That's definitely how other people travel, right?
Yes. Yeah.
How was everyone's week?
It was good.
Yeah, I genuinely can't remember what happened this week. Oh, last week. See, I can't even remember this Monday.
I am pretty sure I know what happened this week.
So Bradley is sans glasses. We only got a sort of a modicum of the story. What's going on?
I don't know the story. I told you I got drunk. The journey home was blackout. Glasses were broken in the pocket in the morning.
But did you take them off before you got on the train? After you
I referred to as earlier.
They were on when I left the McDonald's. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Fair enough. No, that's fair.
Did you get in a punch up on the way home? Is that? Do you have a bruise around your
I definitely
eyes or
won
nose?
because I am not injured in the slightest.
Okay.
Can I just say my headcanon is basically he got into a fight over Dark Souls 2 actually being okay, and then just
Which
walked
it is.
away unscathed. Sure, and then
Fight you. I reckon he put them in his pocket, fell asleep, and while leaning against the side, crushed them there. That's my guess.
Okay, you don't think it's a terribly exciting way?
I don't think it's terribly
He
exciting.
took a tumble on the way home.
I think he probably fell over.
I reckon I just sat on them, and then put the stuff in my back in my pocket.
Yeah. So are they
Because I have
broken
a
in the middle?
tendency.
Like
Because I
Harry
have a
Potter?
tendency.
Like
If I'm wearing a
comic broken?
mask, I have a tendency to take the glasses off because they fog the fuck up. So.
So
Are they
Sean's
are
point,
they
they're
broken in the
middle?
centre, like Harry Potter, or have
like
they
just crushed, like somebody had stepped on them.
Oh, fuck! Seriously?
Yeah.
You can't sit on
Maybe
glass
okay.
like
So
that.
no, that's what happened. You went to take them off,
Yeah.
dropped them, and then trying to pick them up, stepped on them.
Did the
I
old
see.
flick the
Do
foot
that.
out to try and catch it?
I will raise you this. What happened is they went to a location, possibly a club, knowing Bradley, and there was some kind of bouncer that was like, "Look, mate, you've had too much to come out. You can't come in." And Brad, in an attempt to out-alpha him, just pulled them out and went, "I feel no pain," and crushed them in his hand.
Crush him in his own hands.
No, I can't see.
I see no pain.
I'm gonna hijack some of that, or he tried to get in and they were like no, and then he tried to Superman Clark Kent into Superman and take his glass off and be like, no, I'm a different guy.
Now let me in.
This one's so sober. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Can you do an accent?
No.
Well, we've
we
heard
know
him on
that.
D&D. The answer is no.
Yeah, we know that.
No, that's not true. Bradley's got some excellent accents in
He does.
Yeah, but they last all of 10 seconds before they morph into
That's
a
all you
different
need to get
accent.
into a club.
9 seconds more than me, mate, when it comes to accents.
Hey, well, in most of life as well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very quick at cooking.
Man, you need to get on Saturday Kitchen with that omelette making skill.
I could do. Oh, don't. That just gives me flashbacks to that time Gino got really angry on Saturday Kitchen because they said that they should substitute. They said something like, "Oh, so this is basically like a flan" to him.
Yeah. And if my grandma had wheels, then she would be a bike or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Not that I'm weirdly obsessed with Italian cooking, Italian chefs or anything. Yeah, that would be weird.
Gino on Good Morning Britain's.
Gino's just brilliant because he's a whiny, brilliant man who is so. Do you guys ever watch those shows with like Gordon Ramsay and Fred? What's his name? The French guy. Yeah, and they're always, like Gordon Ramsay's like your classic British alpha guy. Like I'm just hyper fucking competitive about everything. Fred's just like I'm just gonna chill out and we'll do things. I'll take part because it's good natured. And Gino's always like, where's the quickest way I can get out of this and go sit on the beach and drink wine? And it's kind of hilariously disengaged with every activity.
Is Gino I think Gino's your spirit animal. I'm gonna call it like. Or one of them. He's added to the pile of spirit animals, right?
Yeah.
We've got Keanu
I always
Reeves.
say, obviously, from
What
his
else?
session with AC Milan. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's a game we do a game where we figure out each other's spirit animals sometime.
Yeah, we'll do that when we run out of things.
Yeah, yours is Pumba. That sounds like a euphemism.
No, it's an artificism.
Roll the tape.
No.
I'm just seeing if it works.
No, you know the rules.
No, did it not work? Sorry.
It's all good. Wait, did anyone actually do anything interesting this week other than Brad breaking his glasses?
No, it was reading week for me. I mean, I managed to feel like I was working all week anyway, and just about managed to do a 10th of the amount of work I wanted to do.
Oh god.
I mean,
so when are you doing the other 9?
Metaphor for adult life.
Yeah. When are you doing the rest of it, Joffrey? That's the question.
Sorry, what?
Is this one of going to be
At
those
the same
sight
time
reading
as the
gigs?
stream.
Yeah. No,
Right.
I'll just it'll happen.
I had my first post sort of, I say post COVID, like I'm going to say it like that. I know we're not out of it, we're going to live with it, etc., etc. But I had my first post COVID dinner, so I was with 4 of my family members, and it was the first time that certain topics were brought up and not everybody was aligned at the table. And should we have done this? Should we have done that? And yeah, and so I was with my two cousins once removed, and they could not be more diametrically.
Was the fight that bad?
Yes, that they removed themselves.
100%.
Yeah, literally from the bloodline, not even from the room. They were just like, let's just take a step back. Yeah, so that was fun. That was really interesting because I'm sure everybody's going to come up against these conversations as we come out of COVID, these sort of post-COVID dinner table conversations. What I imagine American Thanksgiving is like, you know. And I hadn't had this much friction around a table since Brexit, so that was. Nice. You know, so that was a blast from the past. Yeah, when things were good, when Brexit was the best that we could ask for, and now it's
Hey, and now we can talk about Ukraine as well.
No, hardlining that. Too depressing.
I know. It's only the beginning of the year. Got so much left to go.
Yeah. Plus, sadly, I can't go into details. I think it's just a little too new and fresh, and there are some personal links there.
Yes, I know. The personal links are that the bots on our YouTube are Russian. So basically, if we say anything pro-Ukraine, we'll only have Taj left. All of the bots will go, won't they? And because we've basically got Russian bots on our YouTube for some reason periodically.
Yeah, they're just spouting random nonsense. Don't even seem to be website links, just random nonsense.
Let's hope they're occupied, otherwise occupied. Not occupied is not an accident. I use that term by accident.
Otherwise, you mean you were?
Right,
you meant
what the
what you meant was otherwise conscripted. No, wait.
Well, I think the only thing to say on that, because the only thing we should say, because we shouldn't talk about something that serious that we don't really understand properly.
My tendency to make a joke about anything is dangerous.
Yeah, probably insensitive. I think the good news is that there is some talks planned where there is the possibility of ceasefire being tabled. That's a positive step. None of us actually know too much more than that in terms of the details. Probably be hugely inappropriate for us to talk about it in case we randomly have anyone around the world who's affected by conflict. Talking of silly conflict, Should we dump into a completely fantasy one that has no actual stakes?
Ooh, sounds good.
Kind of hungry now.
Oh, roll the tape, Brad. Ryan, go cook something.
He's trying to. Look at the eyes of a man. I've changed.
And we're in.
Hi guys. Woo! It's gonna be a session tonight. So, previously, don't know why I said that strange. Previously, I'm previously on the Blood and Soon. You guys had explored icy wastes, fought an ice worm, infiltrated a dungeon, and then discovered that this seemed to be a place that had been corrupted by some kind of cult or group who were aligned to some mysterious figure called Mislith. As you explored, you found pages of a journal that seemed to be from my centre, Faeza's mentor. Last episode, we had a touching reunion where you all tried to figure out if he was actually evil or if he had just been a hapless, innocent bystander who had been caught up and become a lot less innocent. What we definitely saw was Faeza's revelation that perhaps my centre was not all she had made him out to be. You eventually decided to just leave him where the fuck he was to recover before venturing down some definitely not dodgy steps and out into an icy cavern that had a kind of a glacial wall to one side that had a dark moving figure inside. He says, just starting up that ambience again. We'll kick up in Foundry soon. At this point, you had a brief conversation with some of the cultists standing around a circle on the floor that seemed to be filled with blood, and I believe Faeza had decided to throw out a firebolt, if I've remembered that correctly in the week.
Was it Faeza? No, I thought Docs.
I think it was me. I tried to.
I knew there was someone who'd done something crazy, and I'd said, "Oh, roll initiative," which is what we are going to do now.
I tried to do my Ghostbusters. Are you a god? Then die.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you had an epic sort of intro into combat. Let's hope that we can match that.
Yeah. Come on, initiative. Come on.
Are my rolls coming into Foundry?
Okay.
I've fucking wasted it again.
Now you just get to go first.
Oh, that 20.
No.
Oh my god! I
won't.
must have rolled a 6. Jesus, that's terrible.
Oh.
Okay, question. Can anyone hear any
It's a
music?
natural one. I can hear the.
Why are you going insane? Are you gently going insane? Are you hearing
No,
music?
I genuinely can't hear any music on my own.
I can hear the
thing,
heartbeat,
which
but
is
not the
slightly
music.
mad.
Yes.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I started playing my own music in my own background because so I discovered and I put this in our chat. There's a band called Bloody Wood, which is an Indian metal band, and it's the mix of like Indian fusion music and like Korn's like crazy guitars. It's amazing, and so I'm just that's my jam now. That's everything I've ever wanted.
Good. That was good, wasn't it? We should do an episode dedicated to like sort of the themes of intro themes, like wrestler intro themes for our characters. I'm getting slumber is ticking over. Oh, it's recent.
I can hear music.
Yeah, music's on.
Okay, I just can't hear it. That's fine, because
Well,
it's
I
just going to
can't hear
repeat
it
in the
either.
background.
Oh, there we go. It's come in now.
I'm guessing that will kick in at some point for me and be unreasonably loud. Oh, look at me. I'm sensible and had already rolled all the initiative. Okay, so I can see Ripper, Six, and Docs, who is missing.
No, I'm here. 13.
Yeah, as I said, I can see Ripper, Six, and Docs. I can't see.
No,
21.
Those are incorrect. Those are incorrect.
Those are incorrect. It says Docs on 13.
Ripper should be 22. Lack should be 24.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to do this the old way. Anyone over 20?
Yes. So both the characters I'm in control of.
Okay, Lack, Ripper then. Was that the order or was it Ripper, Lack?
Lack 24, Ripper 22, Octavius 21. Yo.
Woo! That's gonna...
We ain't playing.
That is gonna help you out. And then... I can't spell today. Okay, good. Right. And then 6 was there at 16. Docs on a 13?
No, what was yes.
Okay. Woo! I know that music is happening, but not being able to hear it is really off-putting.
It goes...
That is how I wrote it. Now I remember.
I'll turn me down.
Thanks, Ray. So, oh man, it's killing my vibe not having it. I'll have to play it in another speaker in a minute. First up then, as you see Doc's about to raise his arm, Lack. Tonight by Ryan.
I clearly signaled my attack way too much. Give everyone else a chance to attack first.
So basically, what I want to do, I want to get. Can I? This thing in the middle, is it?
Yeah.
Was it a hole, or is there just like?
No, it's essentially like it looks like to be some kind of altar, and there's like blood and magic shit flowing in through it.
All right. So basically, what I want to do with Lack is, I want to jump him in front of Squidward, right, and bust out his arms and then get the fuck back, right? So I imagine I can do that with a couple of key points, basically.
Are we making shit up, or are you gonna tell me how you're doing it?
So yeah, So I'm gonna run. He's gonna leap over in front of Squidward.
Okay, so taking the jump is an action. Remember, Six has special boots that allow him to just jump anyway.
Me, I can jump. I'll do a jumpy.
Wait. That is not. But with Step of the Wind.
Yep.
Oh.
Which uses a bonus action.
Which uses a bonus action. But
Which
hold
means
on a
he wouldn't be able
second.
to crack his arms out.
I want to crack arms. All right, hold on a minute then. I want to.
Excuse us whilst we figure out how to play someone else's character.
Yeah, this is sort of what I want to do. All right, if I can basically run him. I can run him round the outside, can't I? Squidward's there. Oh yeah, perfect. So basically, I want to run him to. On your lovely diagram, Johnny, there is in the top right-hand corner there is what looks like a backwards J with a dot in it.
I mean, I'm not seeing it, but okay.
Me neither.
In the top right of the circle thing.
Oh right, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
Looks like
the backwards J.
Backwards J with a dot in it. Can I put Lack there, please?
Just running
And
straight
sort of-
forward.
Now you can run him around the outside because he's got enough movement, so he
5,
doesn't
10,
provoke any
15,
attacks.
20, 25, 30, but then stepping in.
And then he'll step
1,
in, and he'll step
2.
in again, so he won't provoke any attacks because he'll still be within their reach.
Well,
and then
once he
he's gonna-
steps forward to the squid, to the large guy with the tentacles and the glowing eyes.
He's fine there because
Right, okay.
if he busts arms from there, anyone within a 10-foot range
Sure.
has to make the attack.
Yep. Okay, go for it.
So, hang on. How does Dan normally do this? So I come like running in and Lack does like a couple of flips and like jerks off in the air or something like that and goes,
Desmond does
"Oh
say
yeah,
that.
brother, I'm the best, huh?" And then he'll like land, and as he goes to land, his arms will come out and bam, punch everyone around. I think that's basically.
Okay, so I believe that's a saving throw.
Yes, it is a Dex saving throw, DC 16
For anyone in 10 feet.
for anyone within 10 feet.
Okie day.
So that's Squidward, Beardy 1, not Beardy 2.
Okay, so that's 1 fail. 2 succeed.
Yeah.
3
Succeed.
4. There we go. Ooh, big whiff. And then the larger enemy. Oh, that's a shame. Is going to fail, but use a legendary action to choose to succeed.
Ooh, okay.
There it is.
Okay.
That's 1. Don't know how many he has, but that's 1.
That's very true.
Okay. So you got to roll damage.
Yeah.
For those that do they take half damage on success?
No, it doesn't take half damage. It just
All or nothing.
says
Okay.
All or nothing. They have to save.
Okay, so that's
arms of the astral self. Yeah, 2d6 force damage. Ooh, 11 points.
Nice.
Pretty good.
okay. So that's
whoever
to
missed,
one of the
yeah.
servant. Yep. Okay.
Okay, and then
Still has an action. Yeah.
yeah, and then he's gonna. Has he got reach?
Yeah, his spares.
I think his arms have reach.
Yeah, his
Arms
arms
have
have
10
reach,
feet.
but his spear doesn't. So I will take 2 attacks at this one, the one in front of me,
To the north.
to the north. Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
Let me just roll that there. 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I think it's rolled the damage as well, so that is 7 points of damage.
Okay. That is the
And
one that
then-
had failed. So the kind of astral arms pop out, just smash it in the face, and then how does it do him in with the spear?
So the arms pop out, it gives him a good old Kuchungo in the face. Pow! And then as he's recovering, he does a little spin move, so like his hands stay up in the air like the Mobot. And he spins around and stabs him up with the spear.
Okay, absolutely that happens, and the first one disappears.
Sweet. And then he's
Dropping to the
gonna...
floor dead.
and then I'm gonna take a 5-foot step to the south.
Yeah.
And then I wanna... Oh wait, did I hit this one on the right? Did I attack this one on the right?
So this was one of the ones that had saved.
And the one on the right, and then the one to the bottom right as well.
Yeah, they had
That
both
one.
saved. It was the one,
Okay.
the guy with the beard at the north next to the larger enemy that had not.
Then I'll have a little stroll down one more,
Yeah.
and then I'll attack the guy who's directly to the south of the circle with my
Okay.
second attack.
Go for it.
Oh, 13.
Hits.
Okay, cool. So it's going to do 12 points of damage to him.
And how does he go down?
So he's just, as he's walking past with the arms, he's saying to the other two, no thank you, no autographs, no autographs. And he then, while he's looking at the other two, the arms keep him when he just stabs the spear, not even paying attention to the other guy.
Nice.
And then he'll use all the rest of his movement because he attacked those two, so because of his thingy feet, they can't get opportunity attacks on him. He will just get
Does
back
that
behind his
specifically
brother.
say for melee attacks, or does it also encounter magic attacks and that? Just have double check for me. Because the
These-
arms are a magic attack.
I think they count as because you can use the arms as a melee, and it's force damage.
Yeah, it's when you popped the arms out, though, it wasn't using them to attack, it was using things. I'm just if you want to double check, so I don't want to blindside you.
It doesn't say that it's magic.
Well, then, we'll count it as a melee, then, if you want.
Yeah, it's force damage. So I imagine it's the same as a punch, right?
Well,
'Cause you
force
can
damage
use
is normally magic. Strike,
Oh, no,
punch would be
right.
bludgeoning.
Ah, okay.
Do you see what I mean? Like, because it's magic damage that it does,
okay,
rather
fair enough.
than...
like a magic missile or whatever will do.
Yeah,
We'll
it
do
just
that.
it
Yeah.
says at the bottom. It says your unarmed strikes you make with the arms can use your wisdom modifier.
That's when you
and
do your
a
unarmed
damage type
strikes.
is- and a damage type is force.
But when they
Um,
pop out,
yeah,
does it say you make an attack with them, or does it say it's like the force of them literally like popping out and punching out? I mean, I'm happy for it. I'm just trying to figure out so I don't miss rules.
What's unarmed attack?
Unarmed attack's a bonus action you can take.
Dexterity saving throw or take force damage equal to 2 rolls. Well, I mean, either way, I'm sure he will just carry on walking. You know, he'll carry on trying to get past his brother. If we want to take 2 opportunity attacks, they can.
I mean, they're gonna take him, but I doubt they're gonna hit. So if he attack, then it's a melee attack.
Yeah,
that's what I was clarifying, Brad.
Even a reach
if he makes a melee.
Is a melee
against it's against a single enemy. That enemy can't attack back if he's taken anything. Because the idea is that you've like engaged them and then dodged out. It's not that you attack once and then no one else can hit you.
That's my fault for getting distracted at the beginning of that.
So I mean, I don't want to accidentally hit Lak unfairly. So I was just clarifying whether it was melee or a spell.
Go ahead and hit Lak. It's fine. Go ahead and
hit
Lak.
You can take it.
It's all right.
As long as you don't hit Ripper. So.
Anyone got a diamond, just in case.
Within 11, and the other one he did attack, so he can't take damage from. The other one, it was 11, missed.
He's gonna use the arm to like do that thing that bullies do, where they hold someone at bay, where they're trying to slash at him as he just walks past him, and he's gonna just get back. I think he's got enough movement to basically sandwich himself between Docs and Six.
Cool.
And that'll be his go.
Cool. Just to mix things up then, Ripper, you're up.
Yeah, okay, cool. Someone totally different. So Ripper will take let's go. Let's move forwards. Up to the bottom left hand square.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. And then I'll attack this first guy to my right.
Okay.
For that's not going to be good. 10 to hit.
Misses, I'm afraid. So he manages to just turn aside, and your sword kind of, the glaive just kind of clangs a little bit off the metallic mask. As it hits it, it kind of cleaves it, and it falls to the floor. And you see a really misshapen face that does not appear living.
Oh, bruv, you need to get in that chair and get them to make you look better, because you must be wave 1 or whatever they were talking about the other day. Like, what were they talking about? Was it like wave 1 were the ugly ones and wave 3 are the pretty ones? Or was it the other way round? I can't remember. And then he'll take a second attack, which was a 13 to hit.
13 is exactly the AC. Take and roll damage.
Lovely. Oh, max damage, 14 points of damage.
How do you kill this one?
So I'm just like, no, I don't want to see any of that, and I just chop his head up so no one can see his face.
So as you sort of speed chop him, you notice that bits of kind of branch and bones are flying out and clattering onto the floor with kind of the splatter viscera.
Oh, is anyone an excellent toe purist or whatever? What's the term for a bush car?
Gardener. It's a gardener.
And then I shall try and whack this other guy with the back of my staff.
Go for it.
For an 18.
Hits.
Lovely. Let's just bang that out very quickly. That is going to be 8 points of damage. So it's 1d6 plus 3.
Okay, so as you swing out and hit with your staff, you see him dodge back, and as he goes to dodge back, the end of the staff kind of just rips right down the robes, and as the robes tear open, you can see kind of sap and blood just spilling out, and they look on their last legs.
Oh, someone clear this one up, and then Ripper's gonna step back behind Lak where he was, and that's gonna be the end of my 2 goes. Thank you very much, everyone, for bearing with me playing 2 characters.
Octavius, who I'm assuming you have
round in the world, so the bird is already summoned. Fireball.
Okay.
Into the middle of the group. It should hit everyone.
It should hit everyone.
So everyone needs to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
As you go to release the magic,
yeah, I knew it.
A big purple hand just holds up and goes, "Not today," and waves, and you will see the fireball leave his hand, and as it flies through the air, it just dissipates into nothing.
It's alright, Octavius. 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3, mate. Don't worry. It happens to the best of us.
Just remember, did you roll Faeza in as well? Because I also forgot to roll
yes,
Faeza.
2.
Yeah, she rolled a natural one.
Cool.
But that's okay because Christine loves to go at the end of combat anyway.
Yeah,
That's sort of poetic, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Right, is that your turn?
No. Then with bonus action, I'm going to command my bird to just trying to think, help Docs with whatever action he's doing next.
Okie day. Next up is the lair action. As the large bulbous-headed figure steps up to the darkness within, and earlier I said that there was like some little bores into the ice where kind of dark material was running out. You can see them kind of put up their hand and they start to wave it around, muttering in incantation as a lair action, and all the kind of bits of blood and bone and viscera on the floor that you'd killed reform. No.
Blown.
They reform. And taking the shape of 3 more cultists. As it drops in. That is the lair action. Next up, you see the 2 shorter figures who look kind of eerily familiar. They got the same kind of dark skin and worn out faces that my centaur had, but equally they look shorter, more like dwarves. They are going to charge forwards. One of them is just going to go straight in and take a swing, his first swing at Darks. 17 to hit. You are muted. Yes. Okay.
That hits.
Ding, ding,
17
ding.
is the AC.
Okay. 15 points of damage. I'm just going to tell you because it's slightly your character. That is plus 3 points of. That's 15, including 3 points of necrotic damage. So you can minus your maximum health by 3.
Oh, resistant to necrotic because you're Gravekeeper.
No. I don't know what I am resistant to.
Have a double check and feel free to amend it if you need to. If you are resistant, you will only damage, but your max health will be down by 1. Then, if you're not resistant, you're down by 3. Remember, necrotic damage reduces your overall maximum health.
Yeah, no. I'm not. It's I have advantage against saving spells and magical effects. That's what I have.
Yeah, this was a slash. The second one is has run in. It's going to take 2 swipes at. Well, Lack is in the front row and is the one that's kind of running with magical arms, and so it's going to take 2 swipes at that at Lack. Oh, come on, blocks. First one for 19.
Doesn't hit.
Woo! And the second one for an 11. So both these slashes come towards, and the big magical arms are holding them back. That is them. Next up is the large tentacled figure. I need everybody to make, how will it to draw the cone if I do this? A DC 17 intelligence saving throw for me.
Okay, so
everyone.
gets
Everyone.
Faeza gets a plus 5 to that. Everyone gets a plus 5 if you're within 10 feet of me, remember?
So just
Okay.
me, basically,
I'm
that
not,
doesn't get it.
Am I?
So it's you
Yeah.
don't get a Faeza doesn't get it either. Yeah, you're next to
for
me, Ralph,
that.
don't worry.
What do we get? A plus what?
Plus 5.
Plus 5. Oh, thank fuck
Is
for
this a
that.
magical effect?
I am going to use my inspiration.
Smart.
Yes, I'm going to say yes, it is a magical effect. I'm going to rule creature abilities.
Rolled lower. Sorry.
Brilliant. I'd love that, Brad.
Just because I have advantage.
I love that this hasn't formatted properly. So, oh my god, oh no, that is definitely wrong. You definitely don't want 54 dice being rolled.
While that's going on, let's have the creature. What size would you say is? I just always have to know for my shield bash and whatnot.
They
I
are
guess
large.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this creature
10
with the
foot
wiggly
large.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So if you saved, you will take. You take nothing. If you failed, you take 37 points of psychic damage, and you are stunned.
Who takes the psychic damage? Bradley.
Yep, me.
Any of our characters that are absent, the players that are absent, do they? Any
No,
of those
Faeza
fail?
saved.
Okay.
I just remember, you know who else didn't?
Viola.
Viola genuinely failed. So
Oh, she fails as well, yeah.
yeah, even with a 5, she still fails. So yeah, your 2 high-level magic users are stunned. That lasts for a minute, or you can take the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. Next up, then, is Sixsmith.
Okay. I'm gonna take a running jump, so it's 10 feet. So and I've got 30 feet of movement. So if I back up 10 feet,
Yeah.
then I jump 60 feet, which would.
So when you back up, you're eligible to an attack of opportunity.
Oh fuck yeah! Okay, thanks for that. I'm gonna take it. I'll take the attack of opportunity. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and so you take a 10-foot step back, and then where are you running to?
I'm gonna try and, because even if I angle myself and jump up and then move 10 or 15, 10 or 20 feet, I want to sort of be, let's say maybe to the east of the monster, but a little bit further away from some of the henchmen.
So it's 10 to move.
Unless someone has a more advantageous place to land, I'm not quite sure. I just guess.
So I'm trying to think, if you
Just
move 5 feet back, you would then get a 10-foot run up. You could jump
Yeah, that's great. That
and land
Right next to it, 60 feet.
Yeah,
Perfect.
there.
Cool.
So directly to its east.
Shall I? Yeah. Shall I go one? Nah, it doesn't matter. If that guy wants to attack me, he's gonna find me anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna get it with my. I haven't got my butcher's bane out, but I've got my scimitar. I'm gonna get it with a scimitar. That's
Yeah.
a 20 to hit.
That hits.
That's 12 points of damage, and with that, I'm going to use a superiority die, and I'm going to. So that's 12 points of damage plus. Let's see what I'm going to do.
Oh, that's too much. That's the one. Yeah.
I always forget what it is. Oh, a D8. Okay. So, adds 1 point of slashing damage. That's 13 in total. And I want to use a. Oh, I don't know really, but I'm going to use a menacing attack. Let's see what
Okay.
happens.
Okay.
So I expend. I can. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try this first. This is my first port call. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna see sort of what its wisdom is. I'm gonna see if I can get it with a menacing attack, and because I think it makes it frightened, which I think might take it out of commission just for a little bit, give us some breathing room so we can figure out what we're gonna do. But yes, maybe next time, because if it's a large creature, I can try and knock it prone with my shield. So I'm gonna try and do that next. Let's see. So I haven't got a chance to bust out a maneuver for a little while, so I want to try and
Go for it.
a menacing attack. So it must make a wisdom save, DC 16.
What
I hope
does
that
it
being-
do?
Rolls exactly 16, it saves.
Oh, okay. It becomes frightened if it fails.
Okay.
Frightened of me until the end of its next turn. So I'm not 100% what the condition does, but it would. Let's have a look. Frightened. Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of fear, so I could sort of maybe push it away, and it would have disadvantage on its attacks and ability checks. But maybe another time. It was close though.
Okie day.
Oh, hold on, let me check. I can do something with a bonus, can't I?
Should be able to.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
was
I've
it
got
not your
another attack
bonus
as
to
well, haven't I?
use? Yeah, you have got
You've
two
got a
attacks.
second attack, yeah.
Did you use your
Oh,
bonus to
sorry.
do that? To use that maneuver, or is that just on top?
No, so I can just use them.
Oh, whenever you use a superiority dice, isn't
Whenever I
it?
use an
Yeah,
action,
I remember.
an attack.
Go for
sorry,
it.
Yeah. So I've got 2 attacks, so I'll attack again, and that's 21 to hit.
Roll damage.
I'm gonna do 8 points of slashing.
Yeah.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, because I've taken the attack action, I can actually still shove it. So I'm going to use my Shieldmaster shove. So I'm going to try and knock it prone with a shove.
Okay. So that's an athletics check, yeah?
Yes, I believe so. I'm not sure how we roll for it.
I think we said it was an contested athletics each time, didn't we?
Okay. And what do you want me to roll then? Just a straight athletics check.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 14.
It rolls an 18, as you can see in the game log, and so you shove against it, and despite the fact it looks like it should be all slightly light, it's kind of surprisingly compact as you bash the shield into it.
It's those suckers on its mouth. 6.
It's just like latches onto the shield.
Yeah. Alright, that's
enough,
me
huh?
done. I'm satisfied by that. I failed, but I feel good about it. It was the right set of things to do, I think. It was just some, rolls that were close to the wire. So yeah, that's my go.
Okay. Docs, just before you were up, it's going to use its last legendary action to. It can only make a single tentacle attack now. So it is going to. Let's see. Because the stat block in Foundry's being a bit funny. I'm going to see if my thing is going to push through. So it's going to lash out at 6. Has that come through? Well, anyone who's using D&D Beyond will be able to see the roll in the game log. So, basically, oh no, shit. It's a nat 20.
I can't see the roll in the game log.
Is it not showing in the campaign?
No.
I'm having to not use it. You guys can't see it.
DM hidden rolls.
No, I haven't got any hidden rolls.
I think you have to do it again. Because it didn't appear in the game log. So.
Oh really?
No,
Do you want me to take a screenshot?
No, I believe you. I just don't want it to happen. That's all.
It's annoying. I thought I'd fix that. It's fine. I'll carry on rolling in Foundry after. So that is because that's a 29 to hit for a total of 44 points of psychic damage.
Me?
Yes.
54 points of psychic damage. Does it matter that I have necrotic and radiant resistance? That doesn't do anything, does it?
So against psychic, sadly. Can you also make a DC 17 intelligence saving throw for me?
Yes. Can I just ask a quick question? Can Faeza use a... No, it's not a counter spell. It's not a spell, is it? Can she use...
No, none of our groups
deflect,
got...
or whatever it's called? Does she have deflect?
Oh, she can
give you a
flash of genius if she has any left. Let me have a look on her character sheet for you.
I forgot about that.
Can you check? Because this is quite serious for me.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Flash of genius doesn't deflect you getting hit. You hit, you take damage. It's then on the intelligence save. It could help you out.
It gives you a +4 to a save or an ability check. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I take 54 points of damage no matter what. Is that what you're saying?
44, but yeah.
44. Yeah, and then you take an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, I shall do that. Do I know the DC? Am I allowed to know the DC or not? Oh, it doesn't matter, because I got a dirty 20.
It's fine. So you see these tentacles absolutely lash around you, and you feel like they're trying to hold you still and attempt to grapple you, but you just kind of shove back before they get too far around you.
Can I... There's the thing, she does have shield.
She does have shield.
Yeah,
but it's only for her, isn't
that's
it?
self.
Yeah.
That's self.
Yeah,
Okay.
it itself, and
Alright,
it doesn't stop the crit.
Alright, perfect. It's worth
true,
trying.
yeah.
Crits
auto
always
hit.
hit.
Yeah,
Yeah, even on
Okay.
the shield.
Perfect.
Which is
Once
good for
I
you
go
guys
up
to
a
know as well.
level, once I go up a level, I can stop crits. Just
Yes,
FYI.
please do that. Please do
Ryan
that.
can also stop them, or Ripper can also stop them within 30 feet as well.
Yeah, but you weren't within 30 feet of me, bruv.
Ah, shit.
Hey, I've got to go over there. Someone's got to, haven't they?
Can
You know?
Sixsmith just also feel free at the end of your turn take a quick insight check?
Yes. Oh, fuck. There we go. 18 is the first roll. I accidentally clicked it twice.
That's fine. So you very quickly get the sense with your Battlemaster skills that whilst the thing may look like wet glob, standing right next to it one-on-one, it is possibly a trip to Bad Town.
I could have told you that from the amount of HP I just lost. But yeah, okay, yeah, cool. I'm worried.
To be fair, that was a crazy crit as well. It like basically rolled max damage on the other dice.
Also,
on its crit.
I won't be able to handle that again, but I handled it the first time. So that's why I can learn the hard way, can't I? As the Battlemaster, I can go in and learn the hard way.
Yep.
Nice one.
Docs.
Yes, Docs. Just measuring my penis. Just measuring the distances. You're just out of range for me, my friend.
You'll be there for hours if you're measuring your penis, Joffrey.
Moving on.
No, I mean because it's big. I just realised because I could have meant because it was small and I didn't.
I meant
because it was big.
6. You're out of range. Is what I was measuring. So Docs is thinking. And Docs had. I think I have to complete my action, which was to cast the guiding bolt at 3rd level at his face.
Go for it.
Which is what I was doing. So yeah, I'll do that. Let's see if I can do this. Why is it not stupid? I'll do it on D&D Beyond.
That's fine. I absolutely trust you.
28.
That'll hit. Roll your damage.
Oh, maybe that was the damage. Sorry, I don't really know. Can you?
It's an attack roll. Hang on.
Check the log.
So it won't. If you did the 2 hit, it should roll.
Oh yeah. So it's because I rolled a 28 to hit and a 29 damage.
Oh, that's pretty nice, isn't it?
Sorry, yeah. I just saw the log.
Get the game log up.
Right?
Yes, you did. 28 to hit with 29 damage. As you see Six kind of getting entangled and just fighting himself back, as the creature then goes to attempt to grapple him again, these streaks of light just fly through the air. Joffrey, what do they look like?
Actually, just to piss Ripper off, they're really dark looking, awful, like evil. They're radiant, but they're just purple and Emperor alike,
like Star
radiant. Wars. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why?
As these goth radiant, which is totally a look, like you get like solarpunk, steampunk, goth radiant has got to be a new genre. As that hits the creature, you suddenly hear it recoil in absolute horror as you just see where it had hit. It kind of seems to just singe through the armor, through the cloak, and seems to be almost have dissolved parts of its body. The next attack that takes an attack roll of any kind against that creature has advantage.
Nice.
You see, it did not like it at all.
I've got a fucking plan. I've got a plan.
Yeah. And I have that curse thing, where I've never used it, and the other day I read it, where I can curse someone so that the next attack will have advantage against them or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Right, so that's one of your class features, which you need to declare before you use, because if you hit, I think.
No, I meant...
Reread that and just... Yeah, because you can declare, I want to use this, and then when you hit an enemy with it, I believe, I might be wrong, please correct me if I am, then the next attack against it is vulnerable to whatever it is, so the next attack automatically does double damage.
Oh yeah, but also it's an action.
Yeah, it is an action.
I just saw that. Channel Divinity Path to Grave, it's an action, so ignore that. So for my bonus action, I can't do a spell, right? Because I've done a spell.
You can use a cantrip.
I can use a cantrip.
If it's a bonus action cantrip.
If it's a bonus action cantrip. So no. So yeah, I'm just gonna stand and look happy that worked.
Okie day. Next up, these cultists are going to swarm down. Well, what you previously thought were cultists, until you'd realised that as they run towards you, hear kind of the crackling of wood and brittle bones snapping on the ice floor. One of them is going to take a swipe at your bird, Brad. Oh, Octavius. I should say.
Void.
An 18 to hit?
That is my AC, unfortunately, for me.
The cultist, the bird have your AC?
Oh, right, sorry, the bird, yes. The bird does not have my AC. The bird has an AC of like 16, I think.
Okie day. And then, it's gonna take. Oh, why? Ah, there it is. That one did work. Good. 3 points of slashing damage. Big numbers. Gonna move these down.
Wow,
Trade, yeah.
huge.
Second one is going to. It was there. We're able to use the rest of its movement to get to you, and is going to take an attack against you, Octavius, seeing you stunned, which will have advantage, being a 19 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Does stunned count as paralyzed? Trying to remember.
Yeah, it's an automatic
No.
advantage on stunned.
Yeah, it's advantage on stun. No, because there's another thing where if you hit, you get crits, but I don't think
No,
that's
I
stun.
don't think that's just
Oh.
paralysed.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was just thinking out loud. 4 then. Oh, hold your horses, Brad. 2 whole slashing damage to Octavius. The
That's
Cool.
That's still a good 10% of his current health.
wow. Next one's going to have a swipe against Dox. For an
Okay.
18 to hit.
Yeah, of course it hits. Yeah.
Oh, actually rolled. That's as good as it's going to get. 7 slashing damage.
Terrible.
These guys are going to move down a little bit more into the fray to attempt to pin. 2 going to go for Lack, because he's at the tip of this thing.
Bring it on, come on.
15, which is going to miss,
There's
and a 9,
Nice,
which
huh?
is going to miss. The
Nice,
last
huh?
one is going to take a slice at Ripper for a 12.
That misses mine.
So all of them rush in and miss you all. Faeza, you are up.
Yes, you do.
Catapult the squid.
Okay.
Catapult the squid. Catapult the squid. Motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into a situation where I can take advantage of Ripper's +5 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You could move Toots. If you wanted, you could move Toots across next to the cultist, and then
I'm going to move
That's-
Toots to the direct west of Faeza and have
Yeah.
her, attack the cultist to Toots' west then.
Go for it.
Okay, so that is
force and powder end.
Force and Powered Rend. Just got to find Toots. Force and Powered Rend uses your spell attack modifier. There we go. Crit!
Woo!
With a
How
28.
does it wipe her out? Seriously, damage
mean,
is so
it's-
not an issue with these guys.
I'm just assume that Toots just like the psychic claw just rips the thing in shreds.
Yeah, absolutely does.
Shouldn't it turn it into like a perfect like head statue?
yeah.
Then
And it, like,
Faeza is going
turns
to
it-
move to the south of Toots
Yeah.
and then cast Catapult. Let me just check the spells and make sure that's what I want to do. Straight line, 20 feet. Okay.
That would also hit black.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. So, where's my map? I've got too many windows open. So,
To be fair, she does have enough movement that she could take 1 step to the northeast, fire it, and then move back.
yeah, So, back where she was originally stood, fire the catapult, and then move down into Ripper's range.
Okie day.
So that catapult should hit 1 and no. If I do it there, then 2 in the squid.
Yes.
Right, but if they succeed, if the cultists succeed their dex saving throw, then the projectile stops.
Stops. Okay, I mean, I very much doubt it unless they get super lucky. Okay, so the first one's an 11.
That fails.
Second one,
This is-
16.
This is at second level, by the way.
Okay,
Uh,
so the second one does save with exactly 16.
Pheesh. Okay, so they both take 3d8 damage then.
They
Second level.
both drop
4d8.
down.
No, it's 2d8 and then an additional d8 for every spell above.
Level above. So they both drop to the ground with just large catapult-sized holes. It kind of whistles through the first one, hits the second one, and then just doof, 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 rolls into the circle, where you notice that the blood is starting to glow brighter.
Have you got any dispels left, Brad?
Still.
Or was that a one-off?
Oh, Octavius.
It's still Faeza. Still Faeza.
Yeah, no, I was going to say you got to take a.
Oh, my intelligence save. Yeah.
Oh wait, have we got back to you?
I'm
No, we haven't got back to you. It's
no,
fine.
no,
So
I don't
that-
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Faeza's still. So it's going to move then into Ripper's range to the south
Yep.
of Toots, and then that's everything, isn't it? Bonus action, movement. It's all
Yep.
good.
Cool. It is Fiola's turn. She's stunned, so she loses her go, but she does get to take a saving throw, which she passes surprisingly.
Oh,
So you see her at the end of her turn, just she's kind of slack-jawed, just looking at all this thing, and you can sense that she's a kid. She might be quite powerful, but she is not ready for this. And then she just kind of seems to shake it off and goes, "No, I won't let you all down," in true anime style, and is ready for the next round. Back to the top of the round, Lack.
okay. So I think we're gonna have to try and take out. It was the weirdy beardies that did something to the pool of blood, wasn't it? They like rubbed their juice all over it. The dwarves, basically, right?
Possibly.
Is that what we saw happen? when they were
Well, you
there?
saw everyone kind of rush forward, and you've seen that just the pool has started glowing brighter.
Okay. Fair enough. So, I'm going to. Well, I think he's just going to have to take out this guy in front of him. So he's going to attack just the first guy.
Yep.
The guy with the beard in front of him. 24 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
Yeah, it's going to be 8 points of damage.
Woo.
And then I will. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, 8 points of damage, and then let's attack him again.
Okay.
Oh wait, can I do his? I can do his flurry of blows, can't I?
You can for another key point.
Yeah, so I would have spent 2 key points now. Yeah, go on, let's make 2 unarmed strikes against this guy.
Okay.
But those use my wisdom mod instead of strength, so what are they plus? His strength modifiers +1 and his wisdom modifiers +5, so that'd be plus.
+5.
Plus, so it'd be.
Oh yeah, plus then the proficiency because it's an attack, so +8. Yeah.
Okay, cool. 20 to hit the first one.
Yeah.
9 damage.
So as the first one falls,
Okay.
you see that its hand just kind of punches through it, and again dwarf, and it kind of seems to explode, almost like made of kind of fungal dust. As it does, can Dox, Lack, and Six make a con save, please?
And 6.
Sorry, Dox, Lack, and Ripper.
Oh, okay. 'cause I got
okay.
23.
You've all
so
got +5.
One
to
of you
this as well.
guys can use that if you want.
Is it a magical effect?
Yes, I'm going to say it is.
Thank you.
I got
Ow!
an,
So with Ripper's +5 and advantage, I still rolled a 14.
That's
yeah, I only got an
impressive.
11. Cheap.
I don't deserve this.
Doesn't matter.
I mean-
that is enough. So,
Okay.
what happens to both of you?
Oh, sorry, I
Um,
made one for Lack yet.
Oh, and the bird needs to roll as well, actually, Bradders.
Oh,
Con
okay.
save, did you say?
Is anyone within 10
what's,
feet?
What's the type of damage?
You will find out.
14.
Okay.
Have you given?
I mean-
have you given? Yeah.
So that, yeah, that's saved. I'll tell you, the DC is 11.
Okay, so okay,
Yeah.
just made.
So your +5 has helped a bunch.
Ooh, +5 to
Yeah, it
con.
really has.
25. So you all take. What's it? Hang on, I'm trying to see where the thing is. Oh my god, no, not 12. You take, that's halved, so that's 4 points of radiant damage each. As this kind of mushroom fungal dust explodes, there's like this bright flash of light that you sense possibly could have been blinding had you not managed to kind of throw up your shields and throw up your arms in time. Even so, a bit of the radiance spills over.
Halves.
No, it was 2. So it was 4. I've halved it, telling you it's 2 that you take.
Okay.
So-
Cool.
Oh, so 2. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
Tom.
immune to radiant. You'd think I would be, but hey.
Where was it coming from? Where was it coming from? This mushroom, from the center, from the pool of blood.
From the dwarf.
Oh,
From the dwarf that exploded when
Yeah.
Lack punched him so hard.
So as Black punched him so hard, he just kind of exploded into this dust that kind of emitted a white light. A bit like just pulling out a bit of magnesium in a room or something. And it
but
reacts to the air.
he's dead now, is he?
Oh, he did.
You did.
So the other unarmed strike was a 27 to hit, which I assume will transfer onto the zombie next to him.
To the cultist, yeah. Apps again.
That was
absolutely
8 points
again.
damage. That does
Yeah.
it.
Kills him.
Okay, sweet. So he's still got a move action.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go join. Let's go and join 6 up at the top.
Are you running around the pool of blood or through it?
I mean, it would be sense to run around it, wouldn't it? We haven't really.
Yeah,
10,
we don't know what
20,
it does. It's not going to
25,
transport him to
30,
some sort of
35,
horrible
40.
mirror dimension or something.
Just
Can I
just
go-
to
Yeah, 'cause
hell.
we have a choice,
Straight
really.
to hell.
Can I go to the
Yeah.
right? Can I go to the right of him, please? And
Yeah, because we have a choice,
Right.
really. We have,
Yes,
like,
I'm
you
behind
guys
him.
concentrate at a distance, and I sort of pound all these peons.
yeah.
Or we all sort of gang up on the squiddly, but I'll need some backup, like, and I'll need some people to heal me and keep me strong.
And then
Basically.
I will attempt to attack. I'll attack the. Use my second attack to attack the thingy, the squiddy diddly.
Yep,
Come
go
on
for it.
for a hit. Fuck! I rolled a natural 1. That's a miss.
Automatically misses, I'm afraid. So as you go to hit, the arms kind of flail out, and the kind of tentacles flail out themselves and just kind of seem to grab all the hands and just push them back.
Yeah.
Ripper.
Yeah, watch out! Alright, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna act like the medic character I should have always been. So I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move north of Faeza.
Yeah.
I want to then touch Octavius and use Lesser Restoration to get rid of his stun.
He doesn't remember. He has a chance to roll it this turn as well. Just
Yeah,
in
but
case
I
it's
ain't
something
trusting
else.
Brad in his
That's
dice.
at the end of my
It's
turn.
at the
though.
end of his turn, and I ain't trusting Brad in his dice. So I'm gonna
Especially
burn
with,
his second
with,
level-
especially with only a +2 to my intelligence save.
I'm gonna use the second
Okay.
level spell slot and burn a Lesser Restoration to
Oh,
remove his.
sorry. I just remembered. You made an attack roll against the squid guy. You have advantage due to the guiding bolt.
Ah,
I
nice
do.
one.
'Cause it didn't go through.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Kind,
Oh, that's
kind
true.
fair DM. 19 to hit.
Nice.
Hits.
Is it enough? Right, well, lovely. So that'd be 10 points of
Um,
damage, and then I'm going to spend a key point to try and stun and strike him.
Ooh, a good call. So that's a wisdom save.
Oh, I'm excited.
Con save.
I believe it's a con.
It is a con save, DC 16, please.
He fails and is going to
Yes.
choose to succeed with a legendary
Yes,
resistance.
That's what I
No
wanted.
worries,
That's what I
no
wanted.
worries.
I wanted that. I wanted that.
No worries,
So
no
I've
worries.
used 3 key points now as Lack. So he's got 3 remaining. I'm just tracking those. Thank you very much for letting me do that, Johnny.
Potentially one
It's alright.
more legendary resistance. We don't know.
Potentially one more legendary.
Maybe.
No, you are.
I
we'll see.
someone needs to walk me through what's the legendary resistance. I
Oh,
knew about
it's-
the legendary actions.
I'll let John.
So basically, certain enemies
Boss.
can choose to just go, nah, I'm just going to succeed a certain number of times a day. Some enemies only have 1. The maximum in the book is 4. Although there is provision for more enemies to have those. And on top of legendary resistance introduced in Theros was mythic resistance, which adds a whole other layer. But mythic enemies are literally supposed to be like one-off creatures and gods and like things that are not necessarily endgame, but you know, like the Golden Lion in Jason and the Argonauts and things like that. Proper rare mobs.
Proper rare
mobs.
So we know that it can take 3 legendary actions per turn, right? That's
Well, so legendary actions, they'll have every enemy will have a certain number of legendary actions. Not all of them have up to 3. So there's basically a number of points, and some actions they do cost 2, some will cost 3. So last turn they chose to use one that cost 2 and
the
1.
first round it used 3, I think. So it's just...
It also had, just to be really honest as well, lair actions.
Yeah.
Which is again an old carryover.
What is that? Oh, because it's in its lair, so it gets a bit more sort of like, okay, cool.
It's basically
like
had time to prep and make things ready and have things like that.
Yeah. Home field advantage. Yeah. I like it.
So Ripper casts lesser restoration still.
Yeah, I'm gonna still do that. So that will remove the stunned condition from Octavius, mate.
Octavius
I see him there with his Ahugo face. And like looking dumb, and I'm gonna just
making
like,
up canon, canon for other characters.
That's, to be fair, that's Ripper's whole deal, isn't it?
He's already played like 2 other characters.
We're actually gonna find out that this whole campaign has just been like Ripper telling a story at a bar about this whole thing. And that's why everyone. And so none of you are actually like this. All the dumb stuff you've done are just the embellishments.
Yes, I like that. Yeah.
You're all actually like really respectable people. And
anytime you made us look stupid. Yeah.
I like to think that maybe Ripper is actually just a bard who pretends he's a paladin.
yeah, exactly. He's just so convincing that people think he's a paladin. Yeah.
So yes, I'm going to. So I'll do that restoration. I'll basically slap him around the face to try and be like, "Come on, soldier! Yeah, you're better than that." And I will then provoke. I'm gonna step back. If I step back 5 feet. I'm going to step back to where I was, which was down to the right of Doc's.
Okie day.
But
As you do,
I understand I'll provoke an attack opportunity.
Which is absolutely going to take. It's not the smartest cookie in the drawer. And it's going to miss with the 13.
Oi, no means no, yeah? As he walks off. Don't try and touch my bum. That's my thing.
He's learned a lot. He's come far.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do on my turn, but it got someone back in the fight.
Octavius, you're up.
Sweet. Now that I am back awake, I'm going to...
Oh, wait, hold on a minute. I just want to say one more thing. When I slapped Thingy, I want to be like, that bird better TP me up to that guy.
Mate, you read my mind. You read my mind. I wasn't going to go all the way up to the guy, but I was going to use the bird to teleport. So I want to edge round the dude within my range. So that I don't...
Entering the range of the other one. Yeah.
And then using bonus action to command my bird to...
Yeah.
Teleport Docs, me and Ripper north.
Yeah.
Pushing the rules a little bit, can I be on the red circle, like switch me and Ripper around, so I be on the red circle and Ripper be 10 feet underneath the dude? You know what I mean?
Sure. So you land in the blood?
Yeah. Unfortunately, Sixsmith and Squidman have to make a dex saving throw.
I assume... So, when does the dex saving throw occur?
It's basically before you pop into existence, because as you pop in, fire, it emerges.
Okay.
So I'm going to say your stuff kicks in once you're corporeal.
Yeah. It's
not matter, I rolled a 5 anyway.
So, what was it, 16?
Give me that damage anyway.
It's a DC 16, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that
what's
damage.
the saving throw, sorry?
Dex.
12 for lack.
You got plus from Ripper now that he's... Oh no, because it is
No,
before
no,
he rise.
it's not there yet.
Yeah, that's
Not
what.
there yet.
That's what he was specifying.
That's what I was trying to find out.
Did Thingy Mob save as well? He didn't, did he?
He did not. But as he sees a flash of light, he is going to choose to use a legendary resistance.
Unfortunately, everybody else takes 8. Oh, max roll of 8 fire damage.
Oh, hold on. Hang on a minute. I get a max of what? How much?
8. I rolled max
8.
on the damage, unfortunately.
Hang on. I've got
Shield
I get
master,
advantage
you
with
get-
my
9
shield,
even.
so I get.
Sorry, I can't
get
count.
to-
9.
So who takes 9 damage?
Wait
'Cause
a
I'm
minute.
confused.
Sorry, it's giving me 2 rolls here. I'm taking the first one then, I assume, yeah? Which is 6.
Yeah.
Which is 6. Sorry, I'm getting confused because there's 2 rolls.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh my god, I didn't know if you click over the damage, you can apply half damage automatically and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's really cool. Never mind, me geeking out about things. But, that's only when you use the actual spell ability in your character sheet when you just roll the dice. Obviously,
Yeah, which
you
is
can't.
why it rolled twice. It's very confused.
Yeah. Never mind. So, who's taking it? So, 6, you get advantage on the save.
Yeah, but I only got 11, so I'll still take it. But I can
Okay.
use my reaction to take half damage. If you restrict to an effect that allows you to make dexterity saving throw to take
Yeah,
only half
dex
damage.
save.
Yeah, so 3 points of fire damage then to you. And then I am going to use my action.
You've got the rest of your
it's-
movement.
So
haven't
the
you?
ground.
Coming to that.
No, but it's luckily it's still my turn. Coming to that.
Yeah.
Is the platform made of metal?
The thing you are standing on currently seems to be made of stone, but you have entered the area. When you enter the area, you need to take a charisma saving throw, please.
We all know how charismatic Octavius is.
So
Right,
charismatic.
is it-
All natural
Johnny,
20.
Oh!
For 18 plus
Fucking
Ripper's 5.
-2, so 18, plus 5, 23,
Yeah.
which is
Uh,
fine.
Is it? By the way, is it a would we know if it's a charming effect?
You wouldn't know, but as Octavius is on it, you start to feel some strange kind of controlling corruption filling up your body as you seem to lose your sense of self momentarily. But this fiery spirit surrounds you, and you hear a voice say, "Not today, my child." And this eminence seems to burn away, and suddenly you can think clearly, thinking, "Where the hell did that voice come from?"
I want to
Just-
use.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Go on, Brad.
I was going to say, I want to use produce flame to burn away the blood in a circle.
Interesting. It's an action, and
Wanna step
it's
out
a
of it
cantrip.
first, maybe.
Nah. It's just like that flamethrowering the ground underneath him.
It's been a while. It's a cantrip, right? You are muted.
Sorry, yeah. Rather than firebolt, which is just like a single thing, produce flame is like a literal, like miniature flamethrower. It lights things on fire and stuff.
Yeah. What's its range?
5.
But it targets one, so
10,
it's basically going to
10
do
feet. 10 feet.
10 feet range. So it's going to
10
do.
minute duration.
Yeah. So in the first round, you can do 2 squares.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool. At the end of your turn, it is the lair action. The tentacled creature is going to stay where it is. As you start to see, it goes to move back and then just stumbles massively. And as it stumbles from under its cloak, you can just see this kind of purpley pink liquid dripping onto the floor. And everywhere it hits, it kind of sizzles slightly. You've already been kind of hitting it next to it. You know it's not dropping off any acid or anything. That's just flavour. And as it does, it kind of looks up at you and says, "This will not please my mistress. You should have joined us whilst you can." And then it's going to use a lair action. No, it's not going to use the lair action. It's going to use just that action to talk. The one remaining Darkling, seeing everything that's happening, is going to run towards Ripper from the south and take an attack against you. A 20
for
to
it.
hit.
Yeah.
Unnatural, so it's not nat at all.
Okay.
And use a take-in. Ah, there we go. Let me just break that down. 5 points of necrotic, which will reduce your maximum health, and 9 points of slashing.
And sorry, nine points of slashing.
Slashing, and then 5 points of necrotic, which will lower your overall health by 5.
Sorry, just because I've this lowering of the health by the necrotic damage, is that a permanent thing?
Till the next long rest.
And what
yeah.
happens if you cure wounds someone?
Goes back up to the new maximum. So basically, it lowers your maximum. You can't knock it back until you take a long rest, or you get a restoration, greater restoration.
Cool.
It's going to take its second attack.
Cool.
With a 9. So it hits you with the first, and as it goes for the second one, you just brush it aside easily. Next up is the first sister, who, looking at you all, feeling a little bit penned in, is going to say, "Today, you might have killed my foes, but we will meet again." And is going to cast Plane Shift and disappear.
Counter spell.
If you got it.
Ain't got it.
I don't.
Nobody in our
Elder
group can get it.
Wait.
Oh,
No, she doesn't have
does
it.
Faeza have it? Does Faeza have a counter spell?
Yeah,
Not only does she
that
not
was
have it,
right.
she doesn't,
Druids
but she's
can't
also
get it.
out of range.
Druids can't get counter spell, I don't think.
No, well they can with the dip.
Well, with the dip, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it count as a movement?
It does not.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, because obviously I wear a sentinel. Yeah, teleporting doesn't. Otherwise, it would basically render any teleporting magic basically useless. From considering you guys can get Misty Step and stuff to use fairly regularly, it would really piss you off.
How they've changed this, didn't they? Because in 3.5, when you cast a spell within combat range, it generated opportunity attacks, but in 5 it doesn't.
Only
Doesn't
if
it?
you have Mage Slayer as a
Feat.
which I don't think anyone has.
No.
Nope.
Black doesn't have anything like that, does he? No.
No. Man, I was hoping to try and eat your brains. It's fine. So the creature disappears, leaving you with just a few foes. Sixsmith, you are up. You see the main foe seems to have disappeared, and you are left with 1 Darkling and 2 cultists.
I shall find my way to. But cheeky. I'll have to do a running jump, won't I? So I'll take 2 steps, two steps back. I'll do a running jump and I'll land.
Ooh, wrong one.
I'll take. Oh, it makes more sense for me to get a bit, down to some of the spongier members of the party.
Okay.
So I'll get down. Yeah. That's a good. Let me nestle between them. That's good.
Yeah.
I'll motorboat these 2 foes, and I'll I'll attack the guy to the north with my sitar.
I mean, they're dudes. What are you motorboating?
Their armor.
Also, they're dead. It's pretty gross.
Just motorboating that empty rib cage.
Don't kink shame me, man. Don't kink shame me.
How much damage does it do?
It does
In that ribcage like a
5 points
xylophone,
of damage.
baby.
So the first one does 12, is what it says here. Where's it saying 12?
Oh, sorry. I looked at the 5 on the dice as it rolled. Rookie mistake.
1d6 plus
Add my
7.
modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, plus 7?
Oh, hold on a
Nice.
minute. Did I press the wrong one? No, 1d6. Yeah, plus 7. Yeah, that's what I get.
Nice.
I basically have all strength. That's it. Cool. That's the one north. What does he look like? Does he look? Is he still in good health?
Oh, he's... Tell me how you slash through him.
Oh, he's down, is he? Or...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go for the old sideways swipe. When you sort of cut someone in a sort of 45-degree angle. Quite proud of that. One swipe, cut him in 2. Only 11 to hit the one below.
Wait, hang on. I think that misses. Sadly, that misses. So the other one uses the chances you're slashing in as you lean back. He reaches and manages to block it.
So I think I still can shove him though, because I took the attack action. So I'm going to try and shove him prone, and I'll do an athletics check to do so.
Okay.
Oh, it did count. Okay, I thought it was just right on the edge of the screen. It's a nat 20 on the athletics check.
He absolutely drops prone.
I knock him prone, and I do a little jig. I go, Faeza, it is your duty to finish this one off. Although I don't know the turn order, I don't know how it works, but I offer it like a sacrifice to her.
Not too far away. Docs?
So... Rip, are you happy for health?
Yeah, I'm fine, mate. Just smash this guy and let's get on with it.
No, I'll let you do the smashing. I'm gonna assist. I'm gonna assist Octavius with the burning of the blood circle thing.
Okay.
Can I help? If I help him, like...
So he's currently producing flame. What are you doing to destroy the other side?
I was sort of thinking...
Dancing in behind
You know
him.
how when you help someone, it gives them a +4 or whatever? I don't know, like... Just help
Help
him.
would normally give advantage. He's using a cantrip,
that-
which is going to
oh.
automatically hit the stone.
Okay, so I have... Oh, I know what I can do. I have... Oh, there you go. I have a Word of Radiance, which is a cantrip.
Yeah.
Burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 2d6 damage.
Okay, and you're using that on the...
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move one step down so it
Yeah.
catches SpongeBob and the blood.
Okay. If you move one step down, you are stepping onto the circle. The very corner of it. So, it's up to you.
Yeah, I had to do a little jump.
No,
Which
no.
dot?
Where I am now is that
That's
yeah,
touching the circle of
Yeah,
it.
that would qualify. Yeah, I think.
That would qualify. For God's sake. And it's a
You've just
charisma
you've
roll,
got
isn't
big
it?
toes, mate. You've just got big toes. Just like squeezing over the edge.
I can't risk to be mind controlled.
If it is a charm effect, Johnny, anyone within 10 feet of me is immune to it.
Oh.
It's not a charm effect.
Oh, damn.
I mean, I have advantage, but I have a 10 charisma now. I'm not gonna step
You have
onto the
plus
circle.
5 for
Okay.
me as well, mate, because you're next to me.
I can't. Yeah, just imagine if right now he mind controls me. No. No.
Yeah.
Like they've already left. Just so take me back,
Okay.
and I'll use the Word of Radiance here.
Okay, no problem at all. So we'll say that part of the floor that Octavius has moved away from starts to erupt in this radiant light that starts to burn the blood that is left there. Was that your intent, or did you want to hit the dwarf?
Can I as well?
And what's the range?
5 feet.
No, you couldn't. No, you were just hitting the blood.
Yeah,
That's fine.
it's
There is one cultist who is prone. Is going to use half their movement to stand, and then is going to take his attack against Sixsmith for a 9 to hit.
No.
Just literally smashes down the scimitar, and it does that thing where the warrior doesn't even move, and it goes ting, and just bounces back up. Just look back at it. Then it is Faeza.
Okay, so Faeza is going to. I mean, I'm assuming that we're just
Crossbow
going to
back.
burn the rest of the spell slots off now. So she's going to cast Branding Smite on her crossbow.
I wouldn't assume anything. I mean,
I know.
Assuming
Johnny last week
doing it.
said this was going to be a long fight, and I don't think this qualifies as a long fight.
doing
Maybe we just got lucky. You never know.
22 to hit,
Yep.
deals a total of 21 points of damage, 9 radiant, 12 piercing.
Absolutely. So who you take, was that at the dwarf
The
or
dwarf.
at the?
The dwarf, yeah.
How does she end the story? Oh no, there's one left. How does he die?
I mean, she's just. I don't really know how Faeza does a kill, really.
Brutally, I feel.
Yeah, like she machines in the crossbow bolt, bang, turns it around, aims at the next zombie, bang.
Yeah, because you've got to remember that she's pretty hurt.
Oh, she's
from
got
what
2
just
attacks,
happened,
hasn't
right?
she?
Yes, she has got
Yeah.
second attack.
So got the second attack against
Should
the
we
zombie.
leave the last one for the Faela?
How does she want to do this? Essentially, how does she want the story to end?
Faezer's got that cold anger
Yeah.
from earlier.
Yeah.
Just killing people, just killing zombies. It literally, as it stands up, it stands into a crossbow bolt in the head and collapses.
So as the last kind of cultist falls down, and you see the vines and the blood and the kind of the what you thought was like a bone mask, which actually turns out to just be its face, just fall and roll away. The enemies all lie dead, and the room is still. We're going to go to a quick break.
Ooh, okie dokie.
Nice. Good work.
See you in a sec.
So you find yourselves in a mostly quiet tomb, although the sound of the pulsing, slow heartbeat, possibly, is the only thing that you can hear reverberating and echoing off the chamber walls. Combat seems to be done, as over this time Octavius can finish burning the remainder of the blood out of the whole of the ritual
That was
circle.
my plan.
I have a question about being out of combat. So, do I have a minute? Because there's something I want to do in a minute.
Of course you can.
And how many rounds are in a minute?
10.
10.
So I'd like to cast. It's a 3rd level Aura of Vitality.
Mhm.
It creates a cone around me, a 30-foot radius. Until the spell
Sure.
ends, the aura moves with me, and I can use a bonus action each round to regain 2d6 hit points on a creature in the aura, including myself.
A
Obviously,
creature or all creatures in the aura.
a creature, including myself.
Okay.
So, but each round I would change.
So you've got 10 rounds of healing, basically.
Yes, 2d6. It's not the biggest thing, but
All spends.
so if you all come near me, you're gonna see some purple healing.
Very nice.
Yeah, go on. Should we just roll 2d6 until we're up to health, basically?
No,
Well,
there's
Well,
only 10
I've only
goes.
got 10 goes, so why don't Sean start?
I'll take one.
Is it 2d6 plus my stuff or just 2d6?
Whatever it says in
Oh
the
yeah,
spell.
no, 2d6.
Well, I fucking rolled 1 and 1, so.
Hey, two
So-
health. 2 health can save you from death.
That's one. Okay, so that's one round. Do it again. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah,
Oh,
if you do
that's
it,
5
Joffrey,
and
you'll be
5.
in charge.
Okay, that's
That's
10.
not-
There you
that's
go.
not too bad. 10.
That's to
That's
do it
8 to
again.
go.
Does somebody else want to have a go? Does Ryan want to have a go, or shall I? have
No,
another go?
Octavius definitely wants a bit of HP back, please.
On you
Oh,
guys
okay,
go.
okay,
You guys
okay.
go. You guys.
I'll
you
take
lower
that,
health.
I'll take one, but-
Do it.
I've used 2 of 10. So, Octavius,
Yes,
shall I touch you a little bit?
please do.
Okay. Do you want to roll your own?
I'll roll it. Is it 2d6 here?
Yeah.
6.
Nice. 3.
I'm gonna
And
do-
again.
I'm gonna do probably 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, sure.
So 7.
So yeah, that's 4.
10.
That's 5. Very good.
And do 1 more.
Yeah.
And that's 6. Sweet.
6.
HP.
Do another one. I'm just gonna use one of myself.
I'll have one if there's one left over, but if there isn't, don't worry.
Yeah. How do I do a custom roll in here?
/R, and then space, and then whatever you want to roll. 1d8 or 2d8 plus, or not plus. Is anyone else still really low?
I could do. I'm a bit low.
Yeah. Slash
Diana
R.
will walk over to you, and she is going to give you a cure wounds
Ooh, very nice.
at 3rd level.
Thank you.
You get 22 points of healing back.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. Okay.
The DM doing this does not encourage me to think the fight's over. So
Maybe it's-
just so check, how many have we used? We've used. I used 1. Ripper's used 1. Octavius, you used 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 2 left, right? No. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 2 left, yeah.
I could do with another one.
Yeah, please roll
That's a lot of
2d6.
HP.
Roll 2d6.
And if we want to plow through this, yeah, perfect. Thanks very
Yeah,
much.
just do another one, mate. Just do another.
You sure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fill the tank.
Might as well. I'm worried.
Oh, that's a 3. Fine.
Yeah, no, but that's excellent. That's excellent.
Excellent.
I'm satisfied.
How are we? Because I'm at 50 out of 60 health, more or less, which is
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very, very good.
good.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Faeza. Thank you, young one.
Octavius, is that your health bar? You
Uh,
can see on the map.
yes, that is my health bar. It's fine. It's enough.
How come you have a health bar?
I don't know.
Well,
You must have set up the custom thing when
I
you.
have no clue because it seems to be transferring across as well when I roll stuff in Beyond, and I don't know how it's working.
yeah,
It's
fine.
like
Who
magic.
knows? Okay, so you find yourself in this chamber after some healing from ducks. What would you all like to do?
Is the blood burnt? Is the circle?
The blood is now burned.
Do we feel like that had any actual effect on the circle? Do you want me to roll an insight or something?
Sure.
Oh god, I rolled a natural one.
So it's a
amazing.
9. Don't get that one on ability checks. All the blood's gone.
6 is fairly useless in this scenario, unless there's a corpse or someone to interrogate or something to, like he's not very good at divining, like what this might have been or what this. Can he? I don't know. Is there some kind of? So he saw the creature face to face. Is there some kind of way that he might be able to just check, like, his memory or his training or his stories or something that he might know what this thing is, or
Roll
like,
a
get some
history check.
details about it, or? Surprisingly, he's actually all right in history. 22.
You remember nothing. You've not heard any story. In fact, you are certain you've heard no stories about anything that's looked like this before. Whatever it is, despite the long storytelling tradition of your culture, seems to have not been part of your legends.
Right, sorry, just to recap. When the cultists and the squid face
Mhm.
were doing their blood thing, they were pulling black ooze from the wall. Within that wall, there was a shadow. I can't remember if it was moving. Was it moving shadow?
No one took the time to examine it because you were in the middle of a tense standoff, but the large shape is still in the ice.
Are we talking large, doesn't humanoid large? Gargantuan?
Gargantuan.
Gargantuan. So it's some sort of massive shadow in the ice.
Mahusive.
And is there still a crevice from which the black ooze is oozing?
There is a hole, several holes in the ice, yes.
Is anything oozing out at the moment?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
Is there any clear path to the big creature through the holes? One of the holes that we can see?
So the holes are, again, minuscule. They are sort of about the size, just larger than a straw, basically. So you could see liquid kind of being pulled out. They're essentially the same kind of size as the tendrils on the squid-like creature that you had seen that had basically been creating them.
Ah, I see.
Okay.
I'm going to touch the wall of ice.
It's very cold.
Ah. That.
So is it the thing to the west is a wall of ice?
Yes,
Is it?
yes.
And through there was the shadow of a creature, but now it's gone.
No,
That's what
it's
we're-
still there. Giant
Oh,
shadow,
right.
literally gargantuan, moving around. And you can now hear that the kind of the deep that's very slowly
Right.
emanating
Okay.
is coming from the ice and the creature within.
So is there a way of being able to figure out whether these cultists were trying to keep it in or let it out?
I mean, from what my feeling and above the table is that they were drilling in and trying to pull the god out, and we've been told that
I don't
that's what
think
they were.
they were trying to pull the god out. I
Not
think
the god,
they,
like
they
using
were trying
bits
to
of it.
extract like its blood and shit.
Yeah.
That's what I
Okay,
think they
like
were
to
trying to
feel
do.
their, maybe to feel their.
No,
crystals
other
growing
things.
apart.
Other things. I don't know. What other parts of the body does things have?
Shit.
Bodily fluids.
Bodily
Do
Marrow
we
and
know
things,
what god
marrow
it
and
is?
So
'Cause
I'm
I'm still
still
not
above the table. Faeza last week put forward the theory that it might be Feliana, based on the fact that it was frozen in the water, and Feliana would be the goddess of the water. Ice is naught but frozen water. But you had not categorically found, and the fact that you had found a holy weapon that talked about serving Feliana, and we found that this place had been something else once before that had been repurposed by these cultists.
Okay.
Ripper's gonna put his
Six.
Ripper's gonna put
Go
his
on.
lips to one of the holes and be like, "Oh, Felania, is that you in there? If it is you, like, tap on the ice twice, innit?"
There is no response.
No.
Can I examine the holes?
We'll
What
try.
do they look like?
They look like tiny boreholes.
I'm going to tap Six in the shoulder and say, "Didn't you have a trident?"
Well, I'm trying to examine to see whether there are 3 holes in a sort of in the order that may reflect a
Oh, the
trident.
trident.
The old
What do you
Resident
think?
Evil key, as we call
Yes,
it.
exactly. So that's what I'm looking at. But while I'm doing that,
You
I might
could-
ask Faeza to try and confirm to the best of her knowledge whether now, with her knowledge, like with the assumption it's Feliana, is there some way of her figuring it out? I know she's more religious than the rest of us.
Can Bradley? Can you do a intelligence check for Feliana?
Oh,
For
Faeza.
Faeza.
Yeah, okay.
Too many
Not
Fs.
for Octavius. Definitely not.
And we'll see what the dice say.
There you go.
Faeza knows.
12.
Pretty reasonable. She looks and says, "Well, gosh, I think that maybe we've just got to, sit and have a think about it. I can't see any way we could brute force our way through. Have we got any magic items or anything that we might be able to use? We'd need something to help free her. Whatever sealed her up must have been very, very powerful if it's held for all these thousands of years."
Six, my friend, if I can call you that. I think I can call you that now. You're trying to pledge yourself to a god. Have you considered prayer? Maybe.
I've considered prayer many times, but there's no place for a god or goddess on the battlefield. They are absent. If you've ever been on one yourself, you'll know that praying does not bring them to the aid of anyone.
I disagree, but fine.
My brother just wants to pray that the roof doesn't collapse on his head and crush him because he doesn't like it, huh?
Yes. I mean, that if you want to call it prayer, it's more mindful thought. I'm praying to the self, the one, and then the many, the community. Anyway, I'll explain to you when we get out.
Why don't you try? Grab your trident and try to communicate. No,
Okay.
maybe you don't have to.
I've not really prayed before. It's not something I'm familiar with. You see, it's we know about the gods and so on, but they never. It is not part of the life of an active soldier. I'll go away and see if I can come
I
up
think
with something.
it's sort of a little bit like therapy. I think just
Let me come with you, brother, and I can show you how we used to meditate and get peace of mind and stuff when back at the monastery. And if we made any noise, they'd beat us.
Can I? Okay, I might ask for maybe. I have heard of ritual before. Sometimes the soldiers before they go into battle, they'll wear their lucky shorts that they haven't washed, or they'll wear their lucky top that they haven't washed. There's a lot of not washing. So maybe we can. Is there something that each one of us can do to help me with something that I'm a little uncomfortable with? So. Perhaps Faeza, if you would be so kind, maybe brew up a kind of a potent tea that can maybe lift our spirits.
Is this soldier
I don't
thing
know.
like an Indiri thing? It's not something that I've noticed.
The rituals are. It's not something I've ever been a part of myself. I'm just trying to sort of get into the
You
mindset
seem
of
to
maybe
know
many.
an awfully lot about it. Not doing it yourself.
I've been in many places that I haven't washed my clothes in, but not for good luck. I can tell you that. Okay, maybe Octavius. I don't know if the bird can create a kind of a fire or some kind of light, or I don't really know.
So you just want me to burn through the ice?
I guess. Well, what Six wants to do is he's going to try and start praying for the first time in his life, and he doesn't really know what to do. So he wants everybody to try and help a little bit and do something. Like that
I
they
see,
might
sort of
think, well,
ritualistic.
Yes, exactly. That will create a sort of ritualistic environment. So definitely thinks Faeza should make tea, like some kind of I mean, she's not going to make hallucinogenic tea, but like some kind of tea that will, like a chamomile, something that will calm everyone, get them into the zone.
I can do some
I'm
more of the
perfectly
throat
calm
singing
already.
for you if you like.
I can.
What can everyone do for this ritual? Because like, bear in mind that he's not. Maybe him on his own pledging just with the trident, it may not do the trick. I think he wants to sort of bring everyone
effectively,
into it.
I would cast guidance, but I will sort of make the runes that I used to make when I sanctified the spaces I would sleep in, and sort of create a nice circle where you can be safe for you to calm and cast guidance on you.
For flavour, as long as it's not a ridiculously dangerous thing to do, Johnny, can we do it on the already made altar that's already there? Sort of feels like it's...
Sure. Everything that seems to be on there seems to be burned off, so you could absolutely do that if you choose to.
So I'll sort of kneel on the centre, a little bit like Blade does when he does his meditation, sort of on his knees. And I'll sort of breathe into the vapours of the cup. I've got the ring of runes around, right, made by Docs, and some guidance. What's Ripper gonna do? What's Ripper doing?
I said he can do some throat singing for you.
Okay. What about Octavius? How's he gonna add to this, Octavius? What's Octavius gonna do? I need his. It's not just about me. I feel, I feel like, it's sure I'm praying for the first time in my life.
Hold on a minute. I'll get a block of
Are we praying or is this a ritual? I'm confused.
I mean, many would say it's one and the same.
Octavius, he ain't ever done this before, yeah? So I thought about maybe doing some funny stuff, like getting him to get this incense and put up his nose or something like that, but I know he wouldn't like that. Why don't you take this block of incense, and I give it to Octavius, and I'm like, get your bird to sit on it and eat it up, and it will make it, like, smell nice in here or something.
Good idea. The bird can, like, burn up some incense or something, can't it?
Sure. If that's what the ritual requires.
Or we could try put it on your hair and make it burn.
Who's remaining? Lack.
Bird, hold
No,
please.
Lack said he'd sit with you, wouldn't he? Lack said he'd sit with you.
Yeah, he's definitely meditating. Faezes the tea and Faela.
She's looking at you all going, this is weird, but I think I definitely
Well, listen,
need
yeah,
to
your
meditate.
culture's weird, yeah?
Not the ritual. This, and she just points at simultaneously everything. I guess I can't really feel my goddess here, but I will pray with you nonetheless. And as she sits down, you see, as she seems to enter this trait, all the bits of kind of fungal matter that had been making up those dwarfs just kind of trails the ground towards her. She goes, oh, this is new, and then they just start kind of floating around her. She goes, oh, this isn't as... Well, this has never happened before. And you can see that they've kind of created this circle of spores almost around her that is floating. She goes, yeah, cool, let's pray, I'm ready, I'm cool. She just closes her eyes and just starts focusing, and the spores just start kind of lighting up.
Day for firsts, what a good omen. Okay. Okay.
I mean, I think maybe, listen, I'm not really qualified to talk about that. Like, maybe a matron should have a word with her if she's producing spores. Like, I know when she gets to a certain age, like, that's not really something that I'm used to dealing with, really. Blood fine, but spores. Fucking, I got no idea.
I think it's. Don't worry, Ripper. I think it's a druid thing. I think it's.
Okay,
just a
thank
druid
God.
thing.
Throat singing, please, Ripper. And he breathes in the hallucinogenic tea, but he's put his own hot spices in there, so they really get up in his nose like Vic's
becomes a
Vapor
nightmare.
Yeah, it's a bad trip.
It's like smelling the black chilies you ate all those time ago.
It's beautiful. And his eyes are watering.
What roll would you like to make at advantage? What role do you think Ripper would Six would make in this situation? What skill is he channeling?
Well, you would assume it's Arcana, right? That's what. Is that what it would be?
Oh, possibly so. Religion. It's up to you. It's what you do.
That's a fair point. Yeah, religion. No, you're right. It would be religion.
Make it advantage. You're just
Okay.
taking an ability check to see how effective this prayer is.
So I got a 13 on advantage.
And you've got my guidance. You can roll a d4.
Oh.
And
Okay,
a D4.
cool.
Yeah.
And he's going, oh, yeah.
What's a D4?
It's 4.
70. That
Nice.
makes a big difference.
Oh.
So as you enter this ritual, yeah, tell me a little bit about it.
Trident. Well, he's got the trident in front of him.
Yeah.
And he's like moving it on his own like a Ouija board, you know. It's not moving with divine power, he's just moving it because that's what he thinks like a prayer is. Oh, almighty god or goddess, what do people say after this? Look after all my father in celestial afterlife. Look after all of my friends.
Why is he
Lack-
shaking?
I wonder-
Why is he shaking like
He's
Lack will lean over
Oh,
and
the power.
whisper to him, "My life with great honor." Remember this? Remember, brother, the stories that mother used to
Oh
tell
yes,
us?
yes. I was getting that. I was going to ask for some riches, but not too much that I lose my, my sort of grounded nature, and some riches for some of, Octavius. He's really trying to find himself. He's evolving.
Gotcha.
Let him find who he wants to be. I realize this is a bit of a weird motion now. I'm doing this.
I did mention it. I did try and mention it.
I'm gonna lean into it.
That's so.
Doxy's a good friend. I hope he finds his peace and he comes out of this stronger. Even though he's broken, the gold parts will build inside, and will gum him together, all positive. Brother, he's here. I don't want to pray. He's right here. He can hear me. I'll pray to you later. A secret prayer about brother.
Hell.
And Faeza, she's a good soul. I know damage, and I hope that it is good damage. Well damaged, bloody hell. I'm realizing we're pretty damaged. Okay, and my life is yours, great Filiana of goddess of the storms. My life is yours with great honor if you would guide us to the betterment of the world that we live in. And he shakes the staff, trying to get some sort of energy out of it, some kind of like a dowsing rod. He's trying to get some.
For a moment, there is absolute silence.
The worst prayer. I tried to do the worst prayer possible.
Super awkward. Everyone's just sort of looking.
Yeah.
I mean,
Then the ice wall kind of briefly glows and pulses, and you hear a she's not actually the goddess of the storms, right? More like the ocean.
this fucking guy.
And then you turn,
Ripper turns around.
leaning against the wall behind you all, kind of staring at the big ice thing, is off Loki with an apple.
Throw that fucking trident at him.
Tried and true. Eat an apple. Makes you look like an arsehole.
And he just sort of finishes it off. I've heard you can eat these straight from the bottom, but I don't. How's that?
Even I won't do that.
You don't waste 30% then. You fucking. Oh.
He finishes it and says, so the god of the storms is actually her husband, but it's okay, it's your first go. I think it was a noble effort.
Well, it was
Now-
quite good for the first prayer,
Oh,
I thought I
very
did quite
good.
well.
I'm sure it won't offend her at all. Now, you have got down here. Well done. You have cleansed out this cult of Misleth. Well done. You have but one act to do.
Well, I mean, actually, the thing disappeared that we were fighting here. In fact, maybe you can just drag it from another plane of existence.
That
'cause
is-
you're that strong, aren't you? You look at you, big strong boy. Persuading you to do something like that should be beneath you, shouldn't it? Just bring it back here and we'll kill it off. And otherwise you're just not that powerful as you think you
Ripper,
are.
If it were in my power, I would do
So
it
you're
in
not
an
good
instant
enough.
for you. Well, look, I am a humble messenger.
I mean, apparently, yeah, but you stopped Lack from going to the other side or whatever. So if you're powerful enough to
Well, I
basically
did
stop
that.
someone, I know. Listen, yeah, all right, calm down. But from what Docs told me was that he was gonna do it, and then you stopped him or whatever. So if you can physically stop someone from going to the afterlife with the help from Docs,
You
then
know,
surely you should pull a
Ripper,
thing
it's
through.
okay. It's okay. We're all Zen now because we just took part in that amazing ritual and prayer. So we're
I
all
feel
calm
no
and.
different.
Well, you're always calm, Octavius. That's your quality. We're all cool, man. You know, and I just prayed for the first time. Wow, it's amazing. I feel like a new man. Let's hear what this guy has to say. And let's see if he's got another apple. I'm starving.
Sadly, I am out. Now, and he taps his fingers whilst not speaking for a moment, just looking at you all and smiling, that kind of inane, annoying way. No one has figured it out yet. It is such a shame. And he leans forward and says, in order to free a divinity, you would need the sort of power to change reality.
Oh,
If only someone
Not those
And he
fucking
takes-
cards.
takes a very pointed look at Lack. Only somebody. had
Oh,
something.
Lack has the crystal.
Oh fuck.
Octavius, whoever knew he was the brains of the group.
Hey, you
And
know, I
we
told you he's
even
coming into
knew,
himself. You know, he's evolving.
But surely
We had
so
the
surprised.
ability
to
I
Lack
pull
that
someone
was
was
back
really
from the
surprised
dead
I was
is
the first one to get
is
it.
reality changing.
I love how we're all arguing with each other and chatting over each other while he's just eating his apple.
I hear what you're saying, Ripper. But here's the thing. It makes no sense.
You make no sense.
Of course. That is my purpose.
Well, I thought your purpose was
so
to, like,
you.
be the second in hand for the god of chaos or whatever. His first rent boy or whatever.
I like that. I will tell him that next time we speak.
Oh God! So you were suggesting that if we shove Lack's crystal into that ice, we're going to free Feliana? Is that what you're
I don't think it's as
inferring?
simple as just touching it. I think that, ironically, you are along the complete right line with the prayer and the ritual and some sense of focus and intent. You just need something to actually focus your power and to direct it to do it. So it sounds like you would need somebody to lead this focus, to make an intent to free the goddess, and then someone to wield the holy artifact, and then the rest of you to feed in some way. That would, to me,
So
would
we're
seem
gonna
the
have to
simple way.
sit through Sixsmith shaking again.
It was not me. It was the divine power. I could feel
No,
it. It
the
was
shaking-
going down into the top of the trident.
The shaking is unnecessary, Six. I
Oh.
respect you in battle, but your praying was awful.
I did not feel like it was me doing it though. So it must
No,
have
I
been the divine power. You know? So I mean,
That,
respectfully, the divine power it spoke to me in with
That-
the shaking.
yes, I believe you.
I do not.
Well, I shall leave you all to it then. I'm going to go and put my feet up. Let me know when it's done.
That seems to be all you do.
If
Yes.
only you knew Octavius.
No, apparently he sails a boat pretty shit as well. So you know we know he does that. So
Oh,
Is he
look,
gone?
He was all right at sailing a boat. To his credit, like.
Is he gone?
He's just walking up the stairs. You kind of get the sense that he probably just walked in behind you whilst you were all really intently focused on the prayer and just leant there.
It's a good prayer.
God, I fucking hate
Right.
that guy.
I'm just gonna say I don't want us to do this very much. I'm not too fussed about the gods. I'm not. Are we sure this is the right god
Dogs,
to free? Is
Dogs, listen, Dogs, you and I had that connection in when between worlds.
yeah, you know, kill the heads of the snake,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, all of that thing. But I feel like for me, like the way that you helped me, I would do anything to help my brother. Absolutely anything. And if it means, and he takes the shard out, getting rid of this burden, this thing that has followed us for so long and caused us to do so much harm, then if this is the thing that can free a god and give me and my brother purpose, because We haven't had any since we've left. Mother's journey has not been the same as it wanted to. But if this can be the thing that helps us all, then, as my brother said, this shard with great honor.
And Faeza will kind of lean forward and say,
and plus, well, if it is Feliana, that's Andra's sister, and Andra was good, you know, the great tree, and that's I worship her, and her sister can't be bad. So maybe we should do that, because then, well, we had 4 visions, and that gets us one step closer, doesn't it?
Oots.
And why
I
is
just
she
wanted to
trapped
join in.
here?
Oots.
What does your mythology say? Why is she trapped here? Was she protecting us from something? Is she?
Well, in Zawati, we know that the gods gave their lives to seal up the corruption and the great evil that was eating the world. We just called it the darkness. We didn't have another name for it. And we have seen lots of corruption and darkness.
If I wriggle out of here, can I catch up with Offloki as he's sort of sauntering away, or is he? I've got one last question for him.
sure, you can just, if you're walking away, whatever this.
Offloki, I've got a question for you. The gem you speak of, the tip of it, it has a, I don't know how to say this. It's not my fault. I didn't do it. It has a touch of corruption to it. I'm worried that if we use it on the wall, as you say, I do not want even the slightest bit of corruption to bleed into the goddess when we awake her, inevitably with my prayer.
It is a good worry, Six. Let me say this. Do you think in the thousands of years she may have lain here, being tortured, having her essence drained, that a little tip of corruption could do much that hasn't already been done?
Yes.
Have you also run up the stairs after them?
I imagine, yeah. Octavius just
Yes. Yes. I know. I was assuming, was that like an Archer-style supercuts?
Yeah, that's me coming back to them and relaying what he said.
Right.
Yes. You know,
yeah,
it's
something about straws and camels' backs and whatever.
it's a risk, but I think it's a calculated one. Everything in this points to freedom being the most sensible option. Docs, I understand. I mean, I know it. It was my first time. I think I'm actually very good at playing, but you know, for a first time anyway. But it's not really my domain. I would defer to yourself. But as you've seen in this place, it is a place, as you well know, a place of torture. If we can free anyone from this place, Faeza taught me that to stay my hand with the old man.
No, if she's being tortured, I want to stop that. I will help you stop it. But I should warn you, I find the risking of the unbalance dangerous. The world is a balance, and we unbalance it, we don't know what will happen. So
she could be insane.
You know,
for weeks.
I hope that, as we would be, I think, to begin with, if we were released. But I think this very strongly. We must tip the balance ourselves in order to rebalance it in a positive manner.
She could be insane,
It's
but
risky,
I do agree with you, Six.
sure.
I do agree.
It is risky, to be sure, but
don't worry,
the right
I'll
thing to do always is.
I'll channel the light of Illuria. You know, we'll chat God to God, and then
I'll do my praying, all the good praying.
yeah. You can
Please
you
look
can,
after mother,
I'm
father, all
going
that
to
stuff. You know,
stand
shakes- you can use
over
a
here,
shake weight.
and he goes the opposite end of the room.
That's how you're helping. That's how Octavius is helping. I'll stand back.
Okay, Rita, you were saying about talking to Illuria?
Well, I'll just say, like, you know, if this thing comes in, I'll be like, oi, listen, I've got your sis here. Let's have a little chat, and then I'll show her the light of Illuria, and then we're all good. You know, that'd be all right. A little bit of corruption, and then a little bit of light, a little bit of friendliness.
I'll do a little bit of praying myself.
So how are you setting up
I mean,
this ritual?
The light of
then?
Illuria is a bit more closer to what this god's used to, rather than whatever you've got.
Just
So-
purple rain, mate. It's just.
Oh yeah, but now just if you say that, it sounds cool, all right? But
I
you
know.
it's obviously not. Yeah, mine's like a light rain. No, it's...
Faeza, can you just get away
sorry,
from the
what?
ice wall just in case?
I was playing with the sport. Oh, okay.
He gets up and just moves towards you.
They're never going to believe this back at the matron circle, you know.
Well, I'm pretty sure they won't have a choice.
Am I I might lean on maybe Dox and Faeza and Faeza maybe to set up the ritual. I think between them they might have the knowledge to know like what isn't blasphemous, what might help. I don't know. Like
well,
between them they have a bit of knowledge.
Goddess of the Water sort of isn't really my thing, says Viola. Fayeza's like, well, I know maybe if we all do our gods, I know it's not exactly for Feliana, but I think Offloki was saying that we should channel what we know to be true.
Alright, I'll go first. Alright, babes. Been a while. Adventuring, stuff like that. I may have your sister here. Is it a sister? Is it a sister?
You would know above the table that it would be possibly the much older sister, or possibly aunt, or possibly mother. Stories are muddled.
A person in your family here, just like shine a bit of light down, let her know it's all good, let her know we're friendly. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'll keep doing what I'm doing. All right, love you, girl. There you go.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Okay, give me a.
D6. It's just prayings like that. It's easy. You just got to do stuff like that.
You can give me a religion check or a charisma check, whichever is higher for.
There was no shaking though in yours. Like the divine power. How did that get into you if you were not shaking?
Because the thing is, the divine power is just there, right? With a 24 in charisma, divine power is just, once you accept it, it's there, and you can just, it's like, when Octavius does the disco lights.
Yes.
Yeah, imagine that, but just invisible, and you just feel it. You just feel it.
Viola leans over to Octavius.
Do they always talk this much during rituals?
They talk this much all of the time. It's so tiring.
Wow. How do you put up with it?
I just stay quiet.
Right.
What? What was that?
Nothing.
I think they want us to talk to them about something.
Yeah, who wants to add to the ritual next?
So this is just for flavor. Above the table, I don't actually want this to have any actual effect. But just to antagonize Ripper a bit more. And now let me show you the true power of my god. And as I kneel down to pray, I would like it to cast the darkness thing that my scythe can do.
Yeah.
On just the whole thing, just make it dark.
Counterspell.
Magical darkness. So yeah, I'll cast darkness.
Okay, make an Arcana check for me.
Okay. Arcana. Am I about to mess up? There, 7. Solid 7.
Okay. Continue with what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm just going to
The
cast
spell,
dark.
it definitely passes.
Is it actual darkness? Like
Yeah.
Magical
that
darkness.
Can't be penetrated by light.
Lack can see through it, I believe, but Lack is the only one.
Only if he puts his mask on.
If he puts his mask on.
Yeah. So yeah, just cast this darkness, and you can hear my voice praying for all the times you've helped me, and I've fought in your name. Please, however you can, help us now with our objectives.
So, Docs, as you are praying, you feel a barrier in your soul. And for a moment, as you reach towards the source that has always given you your power, you can't touch it at all. It's like it's been blocked by something down here, by the presence in the room.
Oh shit.
Who else is adding to the ritual?
Oh, sorry, mate. Just sometimes the radio signals aren't very good.
Octavius is not much of a believer still yet.
Okay. Faeza will absolutely sit down, get out her little figure, and offer a simple prayer.
Eliana, if you're there, know that your sister loves you and misses you and would want you to be free, and she wouldn't want you to suffer. So if this helps you, Andra, please help your sister.
And could somebody make a Arcana or Religion check for Faeza, whichever is higher.
Yep. Arcana, or it's definitely Arcana.
So she feels this energy being pulled forward. I'm assuming is Lack handing it. Like, what's Lack doing with the shard that was in the box?
Well, I guess whatever the, I guess putting it sort of like up to the, I don't know, wherever
the
it
wall.
is, in the altar,
Okay.
in the.
So as he's kind of holding it out, kind of by the wall, Lack will be focusing on the intent of kind of freedom, and we'll come to that in a minute. But as you pray, Ripper, you see that the shards kind of starts to glow a little bit, and then as Dox prays, nothing happened, and then as Faeza prayed, it glowed again. Faela is going to lean forward, and she is going to say, Keren, I know that you bring decay so that new light might come, but maybe here you can help us decay the prison that traps this woman, or this being, or this divinity. No one should be trapped. Please end your, please give your light to us. She is going to take a wisdom check with a 21. You again see the other side of the shard. The shard just cracks slightly now as it seems to be pulsating with energy. 6, what would you like to do? And then we come to Lack finally.
I think he wants to. Does he think? Do we think that Lack would allow him to? I think he'd probably say, he'd walk up to Lack and he'd probably say something like, "You know, brother, we're on this journey together. I don't know where it's going to end. Maybe Mother meant for us to come here. Maybe she didn't. But I know that it is something that we have to do together, the two of us, alongside our other brothers from many other mothers. So, would you do me the honor of mixing metals, spear and trident, and together we wield the power that may break this power out of their torture?" And he what he basically wants to do is try and find some sort of way of, like, I don't know. I watched the Uncharted movie the other day. I'm not gonna. I don't have the time to give it a review, but like they put the two crosses together and it makes, like, there's two crosses and they put them together and it makes a key, right? So I want to sort of see if the trident and the spear. Yeah, I know. Anyway, it's not a bad movie,
he's
right?
He's not holding the spear. He's holding the actual raw shard that he's been carrying in the box.
Brother, like the blacksmith in town, I shall hold the shard like the hot piece of iron, and you'll hammer it into the ice.
Yeah, so like maybe he can hold it in place, yeah, and I can use the trident to sort of like with the middle one, because it's always longer the middle one, isn't it? So I want to sort of like bang into the ice and where it looks like we might be able to crack it.
Okay, make a attack roll for me then.
And all of his arms
Attack
come
roll.
out to point directly at where to go.
To be fair, I'll do it with the wave singer. So look, 24.
So as you go to pull it back, Lack, the moment is upon Lack to concentrate on freeing whoever is trapped in this ice. What would Lack like to do to visualize his outcome?
Lack, I think, he sees his brother. He sees everything. He sort of will probably use. As I said, I want him to use his arms to sort of like brace it and guide it. Guide the attack into the shard, so it will be like the final thing. So he is, I guess.
Okay. So as he thinks on the vow that he took all that time ago, my life, with great honor, and he holds it, and he's visualizing freedom for a moment as Six brings the trident forward and it connects. Lack has a twinge of doubt as the darkness in the shard is channeled by the power of this ritual hitting the trident. The shard itself begins to shatter and crack against the ice, and you see all across the ice, these kind of giant cracks. And then you hear a voice. And from within the shard, this darkness kind of seeps out onto the floor, almost like a mist, and just kind of pulls and then shoots up the stairs, disappearing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, great. We've released Voldemort.
And
Oh,
then,
Loki! Oh, Loki!
and then the
Loki,
actual
catch that, huh?
that was and the
Loki
shard.
catch that on its way out.
The shard itself splinters into 1 trillion pieces as the trident shatters it. And the fact that you've been told this is reality condensed into matter suddenly makes sense. As it shatters, you almost see 1,000 lives happening to you at once. From a moment you feel like you've lived every single one of those lifetimes, a bit like you kind of stared at a junction and seen all the different paths that your life could take, like Knowing, the Nicolas Cage movie. And then you are back at this deep cut for those people who love Nick Cage. And for a moment, then you're back in the ice cave as you see the cracking and then water starting to dribble through the cracks in the ice as you realize you are stood underground and a giant ice lake is about to break. What would you like to do?
I bloody think we should get out of here. Octavius, turn into a horse again and we'll all ride you, huh?
Like, only one person would be able to ride me.
Well, it's not me, I'm too
And
far.
I also have no
I'm gonna start
shape
running.
Yeah, I would leap and run away. but
Octavius
I
is
would
saying
still
this
make-
whilst, like, turning around.
Yeah, okay.
So
I
you're
would
all
make
booking
sure
it.
that the others are. Yeah,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
let's book it. Let's get out.
Yeah, just make sure everyone's with us.
Interesting you mention that.
No, it's fine. You begin to run up the stairs. I'm not going to make you do a skill check for running. So if you're all double moving, as you get back
I
to
would
the main dungeon
assume-
level, Faeza will instantly go,
My center, we can't leave him here.
Well,
is someone going to grab him? She kind of goes,
Yeah, he was sort of on the way,
Lack-
wasn't he? I
Lack
think.
is,
Yeah.
Lack, as soon as Faeza
Lack's the
says
grabber,
that,
isn't he?
Lack is,
Yeah.
pachung, he's gone
Yeah.
in the
Lack's the
room. He
grabber.
sprinted into the room.
and you see him come back with just Faeza, my center, who is worn and exhausted still. Just kind of over his shoulder, and Lack just takes off. And turn around to look at you like, what are we all waiting for? And you all run and follow. As you get up, you basically end up back in the portal room. And you can hear as the water is kind of rising up the tunnels behind you. What are you going to do in the portal room?
I'm gonna.
We're all going
I
to
think
touch the
Faeza
Quidditch cup at the same time.
Faeza will take something out of her tea making kit and pour some water down.
what does that do?
On the portal? Because we used water to activate. To
Oh,
get up,
right,
to get
yeah,
the
that's
portal
right. I thought you were
flowing.
adding
certainly
water
did.
to the water. It's like,
Oh
what's that
God!
going
Yes,
to do?
Thank
right.
God!
Yeah.
Thank God you're
Well
the brains of the operation.
Remembered. And as you do that, the portal flares into existence. For a moment, you are back in the cave. You start to sprint. Are you stopping to worry about the animals, or are you just sprinting through?
I want to tell the troll. We want to tell the troll man to get out.
Oh yeah.
Which animals are they? Just refresh me. I
So
know that there were cages full of animals that were being like.
Oh no,
experimented on.
they all got.
Oh no,
burned alive.
we killed
Oh.
them. We killed them.
So-
Brutally.
Right. In the actual cave, it's there was a troll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was just
Wait, listen, mate, the water's rising. You need to get out of here. Yeah?
Run! And I slap him on the butt with the flank of my sword as if like an animal
I'm
to
gonna,
sort of spur an animal on.
with my
and then I
last
carry on
spell
running.
slot, speak with animals and just shout as I run through the cave that the cave is collapsing. Everybody needs to get out.
What's the
Okie doke.
Albers?
Okay, you absolutely shout that as you're shouting to all the different animals. I'm not going to make you do all the different voices. That's fine. And
Please do
you-
the Albert.
No.
Please, Albers.
I can't even remember the owlbears.
As you neither can I. As you run out of the cave, you kind of run onto the ice, and you see the giant crack in the ice because you're still on the land. But you see that you're kind of surrounded by the ice, and you see the giant crack where the ice worm had fallen back down into the water itself. And as you run out, you think there's an earthquake because everything is shaking and rippling and breaking around you. You are on Earth, which does not seem to be. And as you turn around, there is a and it's like a geyser just erupts as the entire cliffside behind you that had been there just explodes upwards. The ice itself breaks, and a giant shape shoots up, and it's maybe 200 feet long and around 100 feet high, and it's nebulous. It looks like a wave personified. It doesn't actually have the shape of a fish or an animal. It's just this kind of dark, undulating, swirling blue that is ripping round, and as it rips round, you see the ice in the lake just getting torn to shreds and just start flowing as kind of glacial melt kicks in, and there is just a huge torrent of water. It appears right down and appears to be crashing down on you, and then off Loki steps forwards unseen and says, "Not today," and just holds his hand up, and this shimmering shield just appears as the water crashes down over all of you. And he turns to Ripper and says, "You see, Ripper?
Yeah, all right, I
Always
could have
got
done
to
that.
save your power until it's needed the most."
Yeah, I could have done that. Yeah, fine. Just hold a hand up, do a shield. Yeah, whatever.
Let's
Mate.
Scottish-
do more than that.
Scottish of yours doesn't seem very grateful, does she?
Oh, she is not mine.
And then the flowing continues for a good 10 minutes of just water crashing against this, and then it gradually subsides, still pushing it, and you realise you're actually underwater as the water levels of the lake have risen. And he's saying,
Well, isn't this a pickle?
Yeah, Archimedes' principle and all that.
Who's Archimedes?
He was this.
Archimedes' principal. It was principal his last name.
Yeah. He was basically like he was head of my school, and he always used to love Archimedes' principle, and he was he was used to love like they used to love chucking like things in a pool of water. I don't know. He was a weirdo. He was a weirdo.
Should we retire to somewhere a little bit drier?
as he says, as you're all underwater, and kind of like just chunks of ice and fish are just like boom, 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 bashing off this dome.
Yes, shall we?
Toots says
Okay.
yes.
No one wants to
I
swim?
dare not.
Toots!
Toots!
Can we,
Yeah.
can we just leave now, please? Stop. Just leave.
Oh, I think maybe
don't know what
Octavius
to
is
do.
getting, the walls are crashing down on Octavius. The wall of water is getting down on his head. Is that what people are doing to me? Making me scared? The wall of water come down on his head, make him wet on his head. And,
Yes, but
down
I'm
No?
quite open in
Is
the
that not
fact
good?
that I'm terrified of the sea, so
Oh, okay.
Well, if you think about it like this is the best view you're ever going to get while still being safe, Octavius.
I do not feel safe. When are we leaving?
Now,
Did you hear that off
Need
Loki?
this.
He's chatting shit about you, mate. You should make him go for a swim.
the
I wouldn't take that, mate.
temptation.
I wouldn't take that if I were you.
Clicks his fingers, and with a click of your fingers, you're all now just standing on dry land. You didn't even feel yourselves teleport. You're now stood looking at the top of the basin that has now just risen, and what had previously been a drop down into the mountains is now completely filled. You can see at the far end, maybe 3-4 miles off, it is gradually draining, and that this dark shape is swirling round, for it spirals up into the sky over the gap right towards the ocean and kind of splashes down. And off Loki says, "Well done. 1 down, 3 to go." I think we just evened the
3
balance.
more?
Isn't there like isn't it 2 down? Didn't we do that one in like in the caves?
I don't know
in
if
the
that
bay or
was one of
whatever.
the good ones. And
Well,
I think that
we
was
got
one
there
of the
late.
bad ones.
Someone else released that god
Yeah.
before us.
Oh yeah.
Released? I don't think anyone.
Yeah, good
when-
point in it,
when-
yeah.
was
But this
before
was a
Brock's?
temple. This was a temple in Chinella that we'd found. We think Bellion was held there, but you wouldn't know that name either.
Well, it's been wonderful. I'm glad you have all done. 3 visions left. Where you go next is up to you. I think the important thing is, and Ripper, listen very, very carefully, because what I'm about to say could well change the world.
That's all he hears when.
Off Loki goes to talk, smiles, winks at you, and then just disappears out of existence.
Oh, whoa, what a troll. Oh no, the troll's behind us. Who escaped from the...
And as you are standing there in this ice field, watching the water subside and the dark shadow of a god swim off into the distance, having tried to flatten everything around them briefly, you see some shadows in the distance. In the wavering falling snow and the mist, these shadows appear shimmering, and you hear a voice ripper. Bloody hell, boss, you're never gonna believe what kind of day I just had. And that's where we're going to leave tonight's show. What I will say, for those not here, is you all get a level up.
Yay!
Very nice.
Congratulations. We can roll HP next week, or whenever we have everyone back, or we can do it in midweek. That's fine. I don't mind when that happens.
Oh, that's pretty good, isn't it?
Congratulations on reaching a level and freeing your first divinity.
Nice.
Nice and easy. Nothing went wrong. What could go wrong?
Well,
Literally everything. We
That's
could literally
very-
be doing the exact
yeah.
opposite thing that we want to be
we never
doing.
killed that sister.
If
Cracked the
I
shard
reckon
open
if the
and
sister had
released some kind of
stayed,
evil.
quite a couple, probably a couple of us would have gone down there. It would have been dicey.
Don't know, that radiant attacks did some nasty damage.
Yeah, but if that mind blast recharged,
Yeah, that's what it was waiting to see.
Yeah.
But it didn't. Dice rolled tonight in your favour, and you made short work of something, which is to be commended. Well done.
Yeah, no, nice one, Johnny. It was a good session. Led well. We enjoyed it very much. Even the failures felt good. You know, like we felt like we did good stuff. Even though the rolls weren't. You know, even when the rolls weren't good. Yeah, that was good.
And you've got a nice long hike back to civilization.
Wow, I've got a ride. Don't know about
Paella.
that.
Paella, you can't mist us back. And have you got the misties thing?
I'm not that powerful yet.
Oh,
She can
fine.
she can push. She can make us go through trees, isn't she?
Nope.
Oh fuck.
If you remember, she had to wait for
this
a
is
senior
all, yeah,
druid.
that's all spells you learn when you become a matron.
Haven't you got message? Can't you send a message?
Nope.
Message is not one of her druid spells.
Oh no! Hold on a minute. No, listen. We just say 3 owlbears from complete destruction.
Well, I don't know. Did they
Or
follow
whatever.
us?
Maybe a nature check.
Okay. I'd rather make you an animal handling.
I bet you would, and if you were handling an animal, you absolutely would be.
Right. Okay. Fuck.
Who knows? They're wild animals. They took your warning and ran off into.
Somewhere. All right. Well.
You roll a 4.
I rolled a 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent.
Well. He rolled a 6, but he's got a minus.
No,
1.
yeah, of course, -1. Yeah.
Yeah. Intelligence, nature. Ooh.
Well, I guess we will find out what happens to you next time we pick up. Until then, Ryan, where can they find us?
You can find us at Blood Song Party on Twitter and Blood and Song on Facebook and Instagram. Let us know what you would be doing with a level 9 up. 9 up? Level up. Level 9, level up. I don't know. 9 up sounds cool. 9 up. Let me know if that's a real word.
It's not.
Thanks. Until we see you again, may the Great Mother guide you in all that you do. Farewell.